All right, welcome back, everybody. We are beginning with game number 4 of Civ4 AI Survivor, season number 7. Just to kind of set the stage for this one, the picking contest is overwhelmingly chosen Gilgamesh as the leader to win this one. I have also picked Gilgamesh. He has a godly starting position here. That is super impressive. And this field is also seen as being a little bit weaker than some of the other fields that we've had in other games. This is the protective game. We have 5 protective leaders in this game: Gilgamesh, Mao, Qin, Sitting Bull, Wang Khan. So we've got financial, philosophical, industrious, expansive, and creative, all paired with protective in this game. And then Peter and João, J-Man, the Portuguese leader, are the only other ones that don't have protective trait. Okay, so with no further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started? As always in the early game, we are looking for who is going to found a religion. Wang Khan's does start with mysticism. I believe he's the only one. Yeah, he's the only one who starts with mysticism, so he has good odds to found a religion. That said, because he's got the seafood start, he's opening with fishing here instead of with a religion. Oh, thanks. I'm actually apparently doing well on the pronunciation. You know, maybe after like 7 times doing this, I'm getting better at the pronunciation. So he is not opening with a religion, and Chin apparently does want to open with a religion. So that could be interesting if to see what happens if he gets one and it spreads. Otherwise, a lot of people on agriculture and hunting. Gilgamesh going hunting, which because he's got the ivory at his start. It's not the worst thing for him to pick up, probably. All right, the other thing is we always want to track where the settler's going. So it's the archer on the minimap. Wherever you see the little archer moving, that's where the settler is going. So Portugal going east, Mal going east, not that he has much of a choice. Peter going east, Chin going to the southeast, that's a little bit weird. Gilgamesh going to the northeast. All right, so we got our first cities planted. Let's see where Gilgamesh has chosen to go. All right, he has founded for the plains cows, the deer, and he's also going to have copper. Now, since he's creative, these borders will all pop. I wouldn't say this is like the greatest place imaginable, but he's going to have copper, and he probably researches it pretty quickly. We'll see how fast he goes for mining. As he's an agriculture wheel sieve, so he will be able to connect this immediately, and he'll be able to build roads. So he really just needs mining to unlock this starting position. And then we'll see how quickly he goes for animal husbandry and bronze working after that. Okay, other starts. So Chin has founded in a very nice starting position. He's on a plains hill. He's got a dry corn. Remember, China starts with agriculture, can connect this immediately. What is he doing with it? Where's his other population point? Well, I think we just caught him in between turns. I like this spot. I mean, he is not creative, so he doesn't get free border pops, so he doesn't get the cow, but not bad, certainly. And Portugal is a nice looking capital, or second city, too. Multiple floodplains, plains cow over here. Not bad. Oh, oasis? Where was the oasis? Somebody has, Gilgamesh has an oasis. I must have missed who else has one. And that's all that's settled so far, so let's see who else. All right, so Wang Khan. Now, Wang Khan has done the typical AI thing where all the resources are in the second ring, so all the good tiles are out in the second ring, but he can start with a monument immediately. And the monument first is probably the correct build if you're starting here. Certainly it is if you don't even have the tech for granaries unlocked yet. So he will get the border pops here relatively quickly. Also a decent chance that he founds a religion here and gets the border pops that way. So bad city for right now, but gets vastly better as soon as the borders pop. Oh, and then Sitting Bull's done this. Okay. So yeah, Sitting Bull has done again I'm gonna put all my resources in the second ring. The city is basically completely useless. And I don't know if he even gets control of these tiles because Gilgamesh is a creative leader. He's gonna pop the borders third ring on his capital in 19 turns. So I don't know that he ever gets these resources because Uruk will probably just control them anyway. So yeah, I mean the aptly named poverty points. But that's one of the reasons why I picked Sitting Bull first to die is I think he'll be diplomatically unpopular with both Sitting Bull and Chin. And his only real avenues for expansion are into the jungle here. So I don't know. Yeah, not on a hill. Also not on a hill. Good spot. Good spot. Sitting Bull just founded a city for Gilgamesh. Well, it could be a bit of an uphill struggle, let's say the least. All right, Mao, another one who has the resource in the second ring. No easy way to get the borders popped immediately, so this city is likely to be pretty weak early on. Until he gets mysticism and pops the borders, the city's not going to do much of anything. And then Peter's the only one who hasn't founded yet. So where is he going with this settler? Just out of curiosity. It looked like he went to the east and then turned around and walked down here. Is he going to settle on this tile? Okay. I mean, not terrible, right? Floodplains, plains cow, plains or not plains cow, plains sheep. I wouldn't say this is a great tile either. So kind of mediocre, but could be worse, certainly. Could be worse. Anyway, looks like Chin's going to get a religion because no one else is going for a religion thus far. So this will be a holy city. And that's actually quite good for him because, he's got the cattle tile in the second ring. Not in a position where it's going to like block off anybody else early on, but still definitely will help get that food resource. Anyway, Gilgamesh going animal husbandry early, which does make sense because he's got the cows here. So that will help unlock his second city. He's already farmed the floodplains here, and he's going to be able to. Actually needs to get more workers pretty badly. That's what he really needs is more workers to unlock this start. Peter wishes it was a plains cow. Indeed, just a plain sheep, which does pop up sometimes. Okay, so the next couple turns, not that much happens, so we can next turn a bit. The other thing I'm curious is who goes for the other religion. So Chin wants one. Is Wang Khan going to split? I didn't mean to talk to you. Is he going to go for meditation as soon as agriculture finishes, or will someone else make a run at it? Someone will, but who it is, we don't really know. So first settler looks like it's probably going to be Portugal, because actually building in the capital instead of the second city, and as the imperialistic bonus, also early. A number of settlers will be out relatively soon. Got the slow settler builds over here from these guys. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is this is a fine-looking starting position here. Now he just needs to get mining tech and then connect the. I mean, if he goes mining bronze working next, this could be disastrous for the rest of the field because that would unlock copper and gold super early. Let's see where Gilgamesh goes next. Anyway, the other question is who's going to get this next religion? Wang Khan. Gilgamesh, the warmonger curse, the early archery. Womp womp. Yeah, because anytime you have a gold tile in your capital, you definitely want to research archery early on. Better get that archery done. But the thing that helps him is he's actually going to get a fair amount of commerce from these other tiles. Look, commerce, commerce, commerce. When he works the Oasis on growth, he'll get 2 more commerce. So he should be able to plow through archery relatively quickly here. Anyway, meanwhile, we still have not seen anyone go for that other religion. There we go, Wang Khan. So it looks like Chin and Wang Khan are going to have our early religions, will be the two, from what we can see so far. So they should get the first 2, which I think we all expected Wang Khan to get one of the early religions, and he will be able to claim a decent amount of territory with this, so that's not bad. So we're about to see one pop up there. We should have our first settlers out as well. I believe Portugal is the first settler out on the map right here, and then China built this one pretty quickly. I guess it's because it was Plains Hill plants plus the dry corn. Yeah, that's 7 food hammers. That builds a little bit faster. Yeah, but we have this moving around here. We're about to have this holy city pop up here. So there we go. It's chosen Taoism as the religion. And we'll probably revolt into that. In any case, so going back to the units so we can watch where they're going. So Portugal has a settler headed in that direction. China just finished one too. And then these guys are a little bit slower. Did get the trade route connection done. And look at this. Got the Plains cow connected. That trade route does help in the early game. Okay, so I think the other settler is, there's 2 down here. This one moving out, and then Peter's got one that just finished too. Oh, well, we should look at the city that was actually planted. Okay, so Joao went over here. Again, good when the borders expand. Maybe he'll build Stonehenge or something, but kind of garbage until then. At least he's got the trade route connection as well. Looks like Chin has a plains floodplains in his capital. Oh, does he have one there? That's certainly not intended. He should not have a floodplains. That would obviously be the result of tweaking something. So this should be just a normal floodplains. We should fix that. I should have caught that earlier. There you go. So now it's just a floodplains. He just picked up +1 production, so it wasn't a huge deal. But yeah, shouldn't have had that. That was definitely definitely rigged. Yeah, I didn't catch that by any means. Okay. Yeah, Gilgamesh has connected. Oh wait, is he has not mined the gold tile. He's just working it anyway as an unimproved tile. Apparently does he want to go for a religion too? That would be interesting. Well, he's going to probably cancel that as soon as meditation finishes. We'll see though. I would expect he would cancel that once that finishes. All right, so Confucianism pops up. Yeah, see, he canceled that because the religion got founded. No surprise there. He should definitely go mining bronze working next. We'll see if he actually does. So he's got a settler that just finished, or is finishing, excuse me. Meanwhile, oh, look at this, the early Stonehenge play. That would be very nice for Chin, because he has no way to pop borders otherwise. Meanwhile, we've got a Peter settler here. He does win the 99% combat against barbarians. Obviously, Wang Khan converts to his religion. And all right, we've got a third city here. Now, you would think, hey, if Stonehenge is done in 5 turns, wow, look at this. This is a nice capital in the early game. Geez, we should go around and look at all the capitals. But yeah, I mean, with the free border pops here, this would be nice. You would think don't start a monument in this situation. Chin also going for bronze working, and he's got that copper here. Looks like he's going to be pretty strong. Gilgamesh, by the way, still on mysticism. I guess he decided he wanted to continue that path, but maybe he'll just stop after the mysticism. I would expect he's going to go mining soon. Yeah, the AI doesn't consider things in like wider. They just look at things in isolation. But yeah, Chin is off to a very nice start here. Anyway, so let's look at the capitals for turn 25. Turn 25 is a good time to do that. Wow, actually the highest right now. All right, well, let's start over here. I would say this is a very nice looking capital. The one weakness is that it just needs to mine that gold tile to get up to 7 happiness. Also, this tile, I thought this one was improved. Did this get pillaged by a barb or something? I thought this was improved. Maybe it wasn't. So there's a settler here that'll go somewhere. All right, Sitting Bull, by contrast, yeah, he can't really improve anything. Also is starving for some reason. I don't know what's going on here, but this doesn't look nearly as good. He just has agriculture and he has a lot of farms and some mines, which I guess is the best he can really do. We just saw this before at this very nice looking starting position here. And then Wang Khan has improved his food tiles and then has a mine here. Okay, not terrible. About what you'd expect. Joao has only connected his corn, and then he's just put down farms, but seems to be working okay. Peter just has the farm, yeah. And then Mao has gotten to animal husbandry, has connected his resources, also farmed to floodplains. All right. Sitting Bull is going for early bronze working, but does he have any copper? Does not look like he does. So he's going to have to get to iron working to get metal units. He should have access to this, though. The horses, you would think. Well, he's going to have to expand borders to get that, but presumably he will head in that direction. And we were tracking this settler here. So there's one here from Gilgamesh. And one here from Wang. No, that's a workboat. That's not a settler. Where? Wait, does he not have a set? Oh, no, he's building it. He's still building a settler. And then we have that Stonehenge build that's almost done. Does Mao have a settler out? Or is he still building? He's still building it. Okay. Relations so far are not really relevant. They still haven't really met one. See, it's all zeros, so it's not that relevant thus far. I mean, it's about what you'd expect for worst enemies. Worst enemy of Sitting Bull. He's the worst enemy of worst enemy of Mao. That's pretty funny. Worst enemy of Peter, worst enemy of Chin. Okay. I'll have to see where the religions spread. All right, so this is a solid spot, especially for creative trait. It's going to get double resources once the borders pop. Gilgamesh is now on mining, so he will pick up that gold resource in the near future. He's connecting this pig down here right now. I would say it's a pretty solid spot for a city. Also, finally trading another worker, which he definitely needs. Anyway, so we also have, well, there's a lot of barb archers prowling around outside Sitting Bull's borders. So Sitting Bull just finished a settler himself. Looks like the next thing is going to be this Stonehenge completing, though. As I said, that's a very nice wonder for Chin to pick up. So, and he's going right on to another settler, double settlers actually, because that'll allow him to lock down borders. So looks like he's going to be pretty strong if he can stay out of needless wars. Always a big if for the AI. All right, so we got a Sitting Bull settler here, and we had a Wang Khan one here. Then I think Mao just finished one as well. So those are the ones we're tracking. Let's just see where this one goes first. Well, I hope you don't run into trouble with barb archers. Should be okay though. There's like 1% odds that this could die to the barb archer. Yeah. All right, so Mao planted here. I mean, he does have cows, so not nothing, but I wouldn't say this is an especially strong city. It'll be good once the jungle can be cut down, but that's a ways away. Peter, wait, I guess Peter already had this city because it's size 2. Must have had this for a little bit. I think I missed this one going down. With the 6 food pigs and the Oasis, it's pretty solid over there. And all right, we had another city. Wow, Sitting Bull he really is picking these city spots, isn't he? So Poverty Point has no resources and is size 1 working a forest tile. Meanwhile, Mound City is working a unimproved grassland tile and has no resources. Boy, he is not likely to be not likely to be too strong in this game, is he? I mean, I guess that he has the river. Oh no, he doesn't have the river connection. That's right, because the borders don't connect. Oh, I thought he got the trade route, but he needs sailing. Otherwise the borders have to connect in order to get the trade route. So he's not even getting that. Ugh. He's building a settler with an unhappy face in his capital. Yeah, this is not ideal. He's also researching bronze working, which is not going to do a whole lot for him. As I said, this is what I thought. I thought he might get boxed in this game, and that looks like there's a real possibility it could happen. All right, so Wang Khan still has not settled a third city yet, although he should be settling any second now. He's got a settler over here. Probably going to plant on this hill tile, will be my guess. And yes, Gilgamesh went mining bronze working. He's about to connect his gold, so he's going to have copper and horses. Remember, he already has animal husbandry. He's going to have copper and horses very early. Yeah, which could be interesting because remember, the AI won't declare war until they have metals connected. Oh, he went there. Okay. Interesting. That moves the cows into the second ring. Makes the city basically useless to start. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess that's something. All right, so where are the next wave of settlers going to come from? Got one under production here. That's not a settler, is it? No, that's a worker. Gold tiles being mined. Is that okay, so Peter has a settler that he just finished. Oh, there's a Barb City up here. We got our first Barb City. It's appeared up there. And all right, we've got a settler on the map from Joao. Let's watch and see where this one goes. Unfortunately, I think he was about to send it here where the Barb City popped up, so he might have to turn around and walk in the opposite direction. Yeah. A little bit unfortunate for him that that happened. Now, there is still that third religion open, the monotheism religion. That's still a possibility. So we'll see if anyone tries to make a play for that one. Where is this? Oh, this settler. All right, apparently going south now. I think we said Peter also had one that just finished. And then I believe that there was a Gilgamesh one that was just finishing too. All right, so now the gold tile has been connected. And that should accelerate his research by a good bit. Yeah, we saw that J-Man's on Masonry, but that does not appear to be as part of a monotheism push. He just wants the tech. Maybe he wants to go for a wonder or something. So there's a settler there. Peter, is this a settler too? Yep. So Peter's also got one out, and I believe Chin also has one on the map too. Yep. There's another copper resource here in the middle of the map. All right, so Chin is first to, no, he's tied Peter. They both put down their fourth city on the same turn. Looks very nice. With Stonehenge, this is a solid plant because he'll get the free border expansion. Just has to wait 10 turns. Also, he already has the copper connected. This is pretty early to have copper hooked up, so that means he'll get an early power spike, just as Gilgamesh will once he connects that. And then Peter founded a spot here. Peter, boy, he's kind of packing his cities in closely together. I don't know that he needs to be this packed together. Oh, well. Again, needs the border expansion in order to be useful. Boy, this city looks kind of vulnerable, doesn't it? Kind of off by itself. And then J-Man should be getting a city. Looks like he's going to plant probably right here. All right, there we go. As Sitting Bull and Gilgamesh both finish bronze working. There's the pottery. So now Gilgamesh has picked up all of the key early techs. So when we talk about Civ4 early games, the early tech path usually is geared around hitting 3 key techs, right? Bronze working, animal husbandry, pottery. All of them crucial techs. So the early tech tree is typically how do you get to those 3 and in what order do you prioritize them? Typically how the game works is in what order do you pick up those 3 techs? He now is going to have all 3 of them at a very early date. And that's pretty useful. Oh, by the way, he apparently put down a 4th city. I only just saw this. Yeah, I didn't know that he had that. I guess we saw him building the settler, but I didn't see him move it out. So the box in Sitting Bull definitely looks like it's proceeding apace here. He could get trapped on low city count very easily. I don't think he's... Oh, he just finished a settler. I was going to say, I don't think he's even building another one. But like he could easily send this down to the southern coast, in which case he's pretty... Yeah, he's sending this to the southern coast. So he looks like he could get stuck on about 5 or 6 cities very easily. And there's going to be real border tension for him with some of these other leaders. Also, why would Uruk need a monument? Good question, but apparently it does. I guess if he builds a monument, he can take control of these tiles as well. Just keep crushing this poor city down here. Who's got the 45 turn? Oh, Mound City. Oh my God. Oh no. Calling Hannibal from last season all over again. If he refuses to build another settler because he's got this one in production for 45 turns. Oh boy. Don't ever change, Sitting Bull. Maybe he'll wise up and build it in the capital, but that's a bad sign. Anyway, and Joao did settle down here. I also do want to call out that Mao's off to a pretty slow start. As I said, I thought that he just didn't have a particularly great starting position. Now, he is going to get city number 4, but he is trailing in score, and that does seem to be a real sign that he's a little bit weaker than normal. By the way, lucky that this archer won. Almost lost another tile improvement over here. That said, Mao's likely not to get too much pressure. Oh, he actually had a settler turn. This is important. He actually had a settler turn around and retreat because it was getting pressured by barbs. So like this is going to delay his 4th city going down, and I don't know that he's in a position for that to work well. So yeah, he's like very safe off here in the corner, but it's definitely a slow start for Mao. Definitely a slow start. By the way, there's wow, this is a pretty decent sized stack here for this early in the game. That archer killed something. You wouldn't think that with the copper right there there'd be any trouble with barbs, but apparently. Temple of Artemis. Yeah, let's build that Temple of Artemis. Maybe not the smartest build choice, but Chin did get city number 5 out down here. It's actually running 90% gold right now. I guess he wants to upgrade something. Did Sitting Bull crash his economy? I think his economy is just bad. So let's do a quick check-in on everybody's economy, on what their research rate is. So Gilgamesh is on 16 beakers per turn. Mao's on 6. Ooh, that's not good. Joao's on 7. Peter's on 11. Chin on 2. Okay, well, but he's running gold at the moment. Still, he did over. Yeah, he's only at 4 beakers per turn. And Wang Khan's also researching quite well. 18. Does he have a resource of some kind? Oh, he's financial and he's working water tiles. That's why. But that's not going to scale great. He's going to need to get cottages eventually. All right. Yeah, Chin's also kind of... Well, that's right. He's upgrading stuff for whatever reason. We don't quite know why, but he is. Anyway, so Wang Khan's on the Great Wall. Yep. Just as we have a Temple of Artemis build down here. What is missing for Chin? What is conspicuously missing in his territory? Yeah, a little thing called roads. You got to get those shovels and start building roads. He really needs to pick up wheel tech. It's a huge oversight. And now he's going to limp to archery tech. That's why his economy sucks, is he has no roads to connect his territory. That also means his all the resources he has are largely going to waste because he doesn't have roads to connect them together. Qin just founded Hangzhou. Oh no, that had been there for a little bit. This isn't brand new. So that's a bit of an oversight in his research path that's stalling him out a little bit. And yeah. Oh man. Sitting Bull sure can pick these city sites, can't he? He really can pick these spots, can't he? I don't know that we've ever seen 4 worse spots for the opening cities than this. Between Poverty Point, Mound City, and Chaco Canyon, this is a thing, man. Coastal Canyon. Hey, I mean, at least he'll get uranium. It's true. And hey, he did get this down to 18 turns. So, yep. Is he research? Does he research mysticism? I don't think he is. He needs mysticism really badly. Yeah, he needs mysticism so badly. Oof. Not looking so great for him out there. I should mention that we did have another Portuguese city go down. Again, Joao also really needs to pop his borders. He also needs mysticism desperately so he can expand. And we're almost to turn 50, so we'll be able to do a nice overview there. This bad boy empire can fit so many poverty points. Mao did eventually get his 4th city out. Again, needs a border. Another person who desperately needs mysticism. What is it with this game and everybody ignoring mysticism? This is a reason why creative trait is such a big deal for the AI in this competition. Is it allows them to just avoid stupidity with their city placements because the borders just expand on their own. I do think creative trait is quite good in this. And also somehow this archer is cover plus city garrison plus drill 2. Okay, sure. And Mal's still getting pillaged over here by this barb. Is it going to get the... Surely it can't get the sheep tile as well, right? Now, are you going to do anything about this? Okay, he did kill the thing. And anyway, that's turn... Yeah, he killed it with a different archer. Another cover archer. Anyway, and that's turn 50. So let's try to do our overview right now while we were watching these barb shenanigans. All right, first let me get overview of the map. By the way, Wang Khan is still on 3 cities. Not looking that great. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's this? Wasn't there a Chinese city there earlier? Uh-oh. Looks like Qin lost a city to the barbs here. I was like, wait, wasn't he on 5 cities? The answer is yes. Yes, he was on 5 cities. I don't like, how does this happen? He has copper 1 tile from his capital. He has like 5 axes and 3 spears. How does this happen? I don't understand how that's even possible. Yeah, somehow that happened. Like, I guess it was, and like he has archers too. I guess he just had like probably had an archer defending and lost at low odds, maybe lost like a 2% dice roll or something. I don't know. That's really weird. And unfortunately, he's still stuck on this archery research. Not having the wheel is just killing him in this game. Oh boy. Wang Khan's in the game. That's how it's possible. So yeah, people are saying Gilgamesh is on double settlers, and that's true. What happened to his gold? Wait, why does he not have gold? Somehow his gold got pillaged? Okay. I guess he's not I guess that's not the only one with barb troubles. Got to bring a worker back and mine that again. All right, well, anyway, let's look at the overview graphs, shall we? So GNP, Gilgamesh, apparently this is when his gold tile got pillaged because you can see his economy goes down noticeably. Wang Khan's the current GMP leader, and then Qin is next, although a lot of this is culture. And oof. By the way, remember this line here, the purple line, that's the observer civ. So Sitting Bull and Mao are down at the observer civs level. That's not particularly good. Production, it looks like Gilgamesh and Joao are at the top, and then Qin was there, but apparently lost that city. Food, it's pretty close between a bunch of these, except Sitting Bull is down at the bottom. And then power. The leaders who have connected copper are up are clearly much higher than those that have not, that are down there. Culture, Chin's doing well in culture at least. Okay. As far as diplomacy, now we can start to get a better sense. Gilgamesh does not like Sitting Bull. Chin apparently dislikes Wang Khan for whatever reason. But Mao is the worst enemy of Sitting Bull as well, so okay. Peter's worst enemy is Wang Khan for some reason. Wang Khan has 3 cities. He's building the Great Wall and the pyramids. He does not have stone. Okay. I mean, that's a plan, I guess. I guess that's something. And this Temple of Artemis build is slowly limping along too. Let's maybe watch a leader who's competent in the form of Gilgamesh, who's building the settlers right now. Chin with his border pops is apparently the largest. Um, oh, and we could see if anyone's plotting for war. I wouldn't expect so because it's very early. This is earlier than they typically do plot for war. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, I wouldn't expect. Oh, excuse me. So it doesn't appear that anyone is this early. If there's any white on the left-hand side, they're not. Sitting Bull doesn't have metals connected, so no, he's not. Yeah, Gilgamesh is starting to pull away ahead a little bit. Although he does need to get this gold tile reconnected. He's actually missing out on a lot of happiness from that. Like, he had unhappy faces in every city because he lost that. How, how is this Barb Archer here? Like, how is this? How are you having this much trouble with barbs? So, yeah. Just make sure. Oh, and J-Man built the Great Wall. This is going to be a funky looking Great Wall because he has no borders expanded. So his Civ is like a weird colored, weird shape. For someone who has imperialistic trade, he's definitely not out expanding the rest of the field to any degree. Now, Mao did plant another city. And, oh, it was on the coast here. Okay, that doesn't claim any territory. It's on top of the horses. I suppose it can work water tiles. Like, more cities are never bad for the AI on Deity. And Wang Khan also tossed this city down too, which is going to get him copper. So that's actually a pretty nice pickup for him. We'll draw him closer to the center of the map, though, where he could find himself in some trouble. Okay. So Gilgamesh, we saw, is going to found on one of these 2 tiles. Oh, wait, I thought that was a settler under there. Whoops. My bad. I thought he had a settler underneath that archer. I guess the archer was just running around. He has instead, it's an unescorted settler moving around over here. Okay. Just don't even bother to escort it. Just plant. Oh, he planted on the marble. All right. Well, Gilgamesh does like to build wonders. Oh, by the way, he's going to have another source of happiness, too. We had the furs just pop up in his territory. So, yeah. He's just going to have all that extra happiness in his territory. He may also be going for a religion here, too. Not yet, although he will have masonry. Did that Mao city just take the capital's food? No, it did not. Good question. Good question. Raging barbs are not on. We just have the default ones for this map. So not raging barbs. So yeah, Chin's score is still looking pretty solid, but he hasn't expanded for a while now. Oh, wait, he just did. He just dropped Kaifeng up here. First city he's planted in a while. Chin, where are your roads? Why do you still not have the wheel? Why are you still missing this? He's just limping to archery in this game on 2 beakers per. Oh my god. This city, he probably shouldn't have planted that city because his economy is just in the toilet. Like, his score is good, but his economy is just so bad. Oh boy. Oh, he's still running gold for upgrades? Okay. So not as bad. Yeah, you're right. Okay, not as bad as it looked like. Although why you'd want to upgrade warriors into axes instead of just building axes is beyond me. So there's another barb city down here. Are there any? I know we have one in the north too. I don't see a third one yet. This would seem to be a prime spot. Oh, what's this? Those are city ruins. Is that a barb city that got raised? Or I don't know what happened over here. Did anyone have a city? Did someone have a city down here that got raised? Peter lost a city. That was, oh man. So Peter's lost a city. And we should refresh the map so we can catch these. So Peter has lost a city, and Chin has lost a city to the Barbs. Yaroslavl, gotcha. Oh boy. Peter, why? I don't know why they're having this much trouble with the barbarians. That's confusing to say the least. All right, well, Sitting Bull did finish the settler. Let's see where he heads this one. He isn't moving it unescorted down here. You're lucky that Chin doesn't just declare war and capture this. Instead, he moved it down here. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is one of the better spots you could go, but it feels like it might be hard to defend. I mean, feels like it might be hard defending that. I don't know. Okay, Gilgamesh did, in fact, settle on the coast over there. And he's building the Oracle in his capital while researching fishing. He's probably the one who's most likely to plot war against somebody. Probably Sitting Bull. So yeah, he has marble, right? Oh yeah, he just has to finish the road connection to bring marble. So he'll have marble connected shortly, and then we'll see what he slingshots with it. All right, yep. So that, I mean, if you can build Oracle in 5 turns, you probably should build Oracle in 5 turns. He apparently just lost his copper, though. Hey, all the AIs are struggling a bit with the barbarians in this game. And it looks like this guy's going to connect copper. Okay. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Wang Khan still only has the 5 cities. Wait, did I turn the grid off? What did I do? There we go. I think it's easier to see the tiles with this turned on. Yeah, he still just has the 5 cities. Did he ever finish those wonders he was building? Built a Confucian monastery, though, apparently. We still have the 3rd religion available, by the way. Oh, what's this? What's going on here? More barb troubles. Is he going to see that tile pillage? No. Looks like the archer attacked and just died. More barbarian issues. Down here, Joao did build another city, so he's at 6. I believe he has the most right now. Although his city, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And oh, what's this? A barb city? Yeah. See we can tell that there was a former Peter city here because of the red culture that's apparently still lingering, the ghost culture. Is he plotting war? I don't think so. I don't think he has metal connected just yet. So yeah, there's actually some pretty good land down here once the jungle gets chopped down. Too bad Peter is struggling to settle. He did put a replacement city over there. Chin is finally researching the wheel, slowly limping his way there. He still could increase that gold rate if he wanted to. How you can make it this far into the game without the wheel is a really good question. And this city, did it ever expand borders? Okay, it's finally about to expand borders, but yeah, there's a lot of cultural tension here. Now, the other question is, will Sitting Bull go for ironworking? Because if he doesn't go for ironworking, he's pretty much donezo. At least he can build dog soldiers without metals, but, I mean, yeah, they're not amazing units. They are good against vultures, though, so there is that. Well, looks like the Oracle is built, and we can tell what Gilgamesh is slingshotting with it, because look what he's building in his cities. Forges, not bad when you've got gold. That's another happiness point. Plus these furs are about to be connected. Well, if you can ever get the barbs to leave him alone. He did reconnect his copper. Yeah, barbs are causing more trouble than I thought in this game. Triple settler is honestly kind of a waste. He doesn't need to build that many settlers at once. But like, just look how many more tiles Gilgamesh has under his control than like Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull just controls very little territory. So we did see the replacement city go down over here, 2 tiles away from where it was before. Unfortunately, that's only going to hurt the economy that much more as it continues limping to the wheel. I don't feel like any of these AIs are playing particularly well except Gilgamesh. I've been kind of unimpressed by all of these because like Chin loses a city to the barbs, doesn't build roads. Joao refuses to research mysticism, so he can't expand borders anywhere. Otherwise, he'd be looking solid. Peter had a city raised by the barbs. Mao, I mean, is not doing that great. Wang Khan only has 4 cities and spent forever building wonders for whatever reason. And then Sitting Bull, I mean, what else can you say? Yekaterinburg's going to get nearly swallowed. Where was that? Probably not. Probably not that much. It would be amusing. Oh, by the way, we still have that 3rd religion out there, too. No one's gone for monotheism. It is still available almost 70 turns into the game. which is very unusual. Now the ziggurats are being built over here too. So once again, the copper got pillaged. Gilgamesh should just settle up there in the north to get rid of these barbs. He's still struggling with the barbarians. Does he actually have a settler on the map? He has a worker there. And that's a worker. No, he doesn't. Gonna get his copper pillaged again. Oh, never mind. Vulture just killed that unit. Alright, so Qin's extremely slow Temple of Artemis build finally finished. Which means this city's gonna pop borders and then take away some of Mesa Verde's tiles. Actually, no, because this city's going to build a monument, it'll be able to hold this tile. It's actually kind of important if he holds this ivory tile or not. He vultured that barb. And J-Man put another city up here. So Zhuao is expanding decently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities. 7. Keeping pace. But without the border expansions, it is a little bit rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities for Mao. Still only 4 cities over here. Dude, you just got to get more cities, Wang Khan. This is not going to be sufficient. Yeah, there's all these settlers under production for Gilgamesh. But he still has room to settle a bit more cities. There's a silver up there on the northern coast, which would be worth settling. Just lost his horses, too. So Gilgamesh wants ironworking. Not that that really does that much for him. I guess he could build swords instead of vultures. Not that there's that huge of a difference between them. I guess swords are better at city attack. Oh, and another J-Man city too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well he is expanding. These barb cities are probably caused him a fair bit of trouble, but still expanding. I'd say these 3 have maybe separated themselves a bit, except for the fact that Qin still doesn't have roads. There's actually double barb cities down here now. A third barb city down there in the extreme south. All right. Sitting Bull has picked Wang Khan's religion, which is not, may or may not be good. Wang Khan dropped down another city here. Okay. Really interested to see what religion Gilgamesh gets. If he gets Qin's religion, the two of them could definitely be in a position to work together, but we don't know what he's going to pick up at this point. Connecting those furs. Yep. Oh, look at this. There's a settler just running around by itself. Let's see if it can escape this barb archer. Apparently it can. Apparently. So, Qin... Wait, didn't he found his own religion? Why would he convert to Confucianism when he has his own holy city? What? He converted to another religion that wasn't his own religion? What? Sitting Bull founded another religion. Oh, yeah. Snake Town. He sure can pick these spots, can't he? I guess a wider spread. That's still very weird. The AI usually favors their own religions. Usually. And did J-Man cram this city? Is that a 9th city for him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. He crammed another city in here. Wang Khan actually double expanded down in this corner and then here. Well, map's pretty full at this point. Almost out of room for extra cities now. Except for this one corner of the map. It's still this corner of the map here is still pretty open, so there's still room there. Peter obviously just tossed this down. Ironworking to clear jungle would definitely be helpful there. Look at that Sitting Bull. Yeah, I mean, the amount of border attention these two have, and they already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles attention, and this city just went down here too. So the odds that these two are going to be in combat is pretty high. Obviously, it'd be better for Gilgamesh if he waited until he had construction. It looks like there's going to be a city planted up here on the north coast too. Yeah, just to get that silver. Honestly, considering how cheap settlers are for deity AIs, this is probably a worthwhile city. Now, obviously, it'd be much better if it was one tile to the west, so it could grab this crabs tile, or 2 tiles to the right, so it could grab the fish. But you know, just a city to grab silver is actually not terrible for the AI. He's got forges, so I mean, look at this. This city can get to size 11. That's a big deal. Now compare that to someone who's lacking for happiness, like Sitting Bull. He can only go to size 6. I would say being able to work 11 tiles against 6 tiles is a pretty big deal. I think Peter's piece weight is 2, but I could be wrong. It's 1. Okay, thank you, Link Mario Samus. I knew it was low. It's not 5. It's definitely not 5. It's a lot lower than that. Yeah. It's down around 1 or 2, roughly. Okay. So, oh wow, we're actually starting to see some more happy faces, except Wang Khan apparently hates everybody. He's annoyed with a whole bunch of these leaders. Sitting Bull really dislikes Gilgamesh. But a lot of these leaders are pretty happy with each other, honestly. So yeah, Gilgamesh double expanded. The map's pretty full at this point. So now we're really just waiting for those initial hostilities to break out. Gilgamesh not plotting yet. You are not. You are apparently not. Wen Khan is not. Mao is, I would be surprised, since he's not in a very strong position at this point. Peter, nope. Sitting Bull, obviously not. He has no metals connected. All right, so the game looks like it'll stay peaceful for the time being. Although, again, the amount of border tension between Gilgamesh and Gilgamesh and Sitting Bull is pretty high at this point. It is interesting though that like here in the east, the borders are like pretty fleshed out because all of these leaders have expanded. They've like had ways to expand borders, but like Joao and Peter and Mao, none of them have mysticism yet, so all their borders look like this. They have like all these holes in their territory. Look at Peter's shape. Like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. We haven't seen many people going into the Barb cities yet, but I think that's partly because most of the leaders can't even reach them. And yes, there was the border expansion here, putting some pressure on Ekaterinburg. Qin did finally pick up roads. He's now connecting his cities together. Still is kind of lacking in resources. J-Man's potential is real. I mean, maybe. I agree, he has potential here. I just thought that he would get diplomatically dogpiled because he's next to 3 low piece weight AIs. But yeah, I'd say his position's pretty good. There's like a clear top 3 in this game, and then the other 4 leaders look fairly weak, as far as I can tell. I mean, if anyone would be... Okay, so... Well, and the pyramids, that's a nice pickup, too. Qin just got a profit for his shrine. I would think that he would pop back into his own religion if he actually has the shrine for it, but who knows? He does still have his religion, right? Yeah. I was like, that wasn't his city that was raised, wasn't his holy city, and no, it was not. Let's see if he uses it on his shrine. Yes, he did. So now he has a shrine for a religion that he's actually not running. We'll see if he actually goes for that or not. I think Gilgamesh might be on the way to found his own religion because he's already researched. Yep, he's probably going to be the one to found the 3rd religion just because no one else seemed to want to take this. He's actually researched pretty much everything in the ancient era. And then we'll see if he wants to head for classical stuff or not. There might be room to drop 1 more city in this little corner here to pick up Plains Cal. All right, is he plotting yet? All right, he is plotting. Now, he doesn't have construction tech, but like this city is not particularly well defended. I'm not sure that 20% defenses are going to be enough to stop a real Gilgamesh army from coming in. But yeah, we'll see. How about Qin? Is he thinking about it? No, not plotting war yet. Dog soldiers destroy vultures. That's a fair point. Yeah, that is a big matchup. And J-Man has picked up the minority religion for, well, Qin's religion. I was going to say Qin's religion, but he's not actually practicing it right now. That said, chariots do really well against dog soldiers, and there's going to be chariots here too. Of course, horse archers just massacre dog soldiers. Sitting Bull has no metal, it's true, but he doesn't need them to build dog soldiers. Thankfully for him, otherwise he'd just be dead here. Thankfully he doesn't need metals to build them. Yeah, that's a lot of dog soldiers. That said, a number of them seem to have the AI attack mission, from what I can tell here. Because like some of them have city rate, like one of them has city raider, two of them have city raider promotions, which are not going to do anything. And Sitting Bull is going for masonry, so he'll be able to build cheap protective walls. Once he gets walls up, it's going to be hard to make any progress. Also, this stack is, I don't know where this stack's going. So yeah, Sitting Bull probably can hold out for a little while, but the minute that catapults show up, he's basically dead. Oh wait, what is this? Is he plotting war? Anyway, there's the third religion, randomly Hinduism. No, he won't plot war because he doesn't have metals connected. Sitting Bull can't plot war. He can't, he doesn't have metals connected. They won't plot war if they don't have metals connected. Also, I do have to give credit to J-Man on his expansion here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cities. He's really expanded here. Taking advantage of the fact that Peter is doing Peter things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Still a fair bit of territory over here on the western side of the map, too. Yeah, I thought that J-Man would struggle just from diplomatic reasons, but so far, he's been left alone. Anyway, we're just waiting to see when stuff's gonna break out over here. Where are these units going? What what is going on here? Oh, is Gilgamesh gonna be able to hit these units when they're not in the city? Wait, was that the northern Barb city? Where was that? Oh, it was this one, the one that's actually close to him. Okay, that's a nice pickup, although it does mean he's more likely to get drawn into conflict with J-Man. Did he finish writing? I guess he had to have finished, yeah, in order to have open borders as an option. I'm wondering if this is going to be an attack here. Yeah, dog soldiers do well against swords and vultures, don't they? Well, let's see. Looks like that was, yeah, looks like that was a word declaration. And it looks like that stack got wiped out pretty badly. All right, Chin went back to his religion. Still a big question is, what religion is Gilgamesh going to... Oh, no, he has his own religion. I was like, which religion is he going to get? Wait, he has his own religion? All right, we got to mark down the war on our counter, number 1. So this city can build walls, but it doesn't have them yet. So this city, I think, is in a fair bit of trouble. Let's see. Yes. I'm like, I think this city's in a fair bit of trouble. It's like, yes, it is in a fair bit of trouble. There is only one dog soldier here, and Gilgamesh moves first, so I think this city is very dead. Oh, it held with 1 unit. But it will not hold next turn. But it will not hold next turn. There's a city garrison 3 archer and a crippled chariot, and there's like 8 fresh vultures ready to go. So that city is very dead. Poverty Point, no, not Poverty Point. So the other question is Gilgamesh heading for construction? If he is, and he is headed for construction, as soon as he has catapults, Sitting Bull is dead. Because the only thing he has that he can rely on... So Sitting Bull relies on his defense on dog soldiers, right? That's like the one unit he has that counters what Gilgamesh can do. Dog soldiers have that big plus 100% bonus against melee units, but their base strength is very low. It's only 4. So any catapult slamming into dog soldiers just makes them useless because that low base health then gets crippled by collateral damage. And once they get knocked down to like 2 strength, they're just useless. So catapults are the clear answer to deal with them. And of course, that also deals with the city defenses too. The other problem is with just 5 cities and cities of low quality, I don't think there's any way he can just build enough units to compare with Gilgamesh having you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with this city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like it's 9 production queues against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just very one-sided as well. I mean, he's going for ironworking now, but it's not going to help very much. So I think that this war is pretty much a done deal, unless someone would come plowing into Gilgamesh from the other side, but that seems unlikely. Let's do a quick check on the other leaders to see if anyone else is plotting war. J-Man is not, and honestly, he should probably just stay at peace right now and develop his territory. All right, well, Wang Khan is apparently plotting war. Is he going to troll this game by declaring? I mean, he hates everybody, so he could pretty much attack anyone. Yeah, he just hates everybody, so we'll see who the heck he goes after. My guess would be Qin just because of the border tension, but who really knows at this point? I mean, he has literally 0 tiles of overlap with Gilgamesh, but oh no, he has 3 tiles of overlap. Okay, yeah, that would be the thing, right? For him to go attacking Gilgamesh now and just throw the game into chaos. That would be the thing for Wang Khan to do, of course. Man, is there anyone he doesn't hate? He doesn't hate Sitting Bull. Everyone else he hates. Look at this. He's annoyed with every other leader in the game except except Sitting Bull. Oh boy. Also, J-Man still expanding. Is he at 11 cities now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he has 11 cities. He's pulling the Victoria from last season. Just expand, expand, expand. Hey, to his credit, he's looking pretty solid over here. I like his position a lot more than the other leaders on the western side of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Mao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 11 cities for Peter as well. 4, 5. Qin only on 6 cities. Man, I wish Qin hadn't been my second place pick. He had such a strong opening and then just completely wasted it. Maybe if he can get these 2 barb cities. He should get these barb cities though, so that'll help out. He just lost a bunch of axes there. He killed some of the units, but not all. All right, anyway. So yeah, we'll mostly keep our eye on this war over here, but we got to figure out where the heck Wang Khan is sending an army to. All right, so it does not look like Gilgamesh is the target. I'm sorry, maximum trollness not achieved. Look at this. All his units are over here. So that means his most likely target is Portugal, of all people. But that seems to be the case based on this. His army is clearly gathering over here. So I would guess he's going to attack Portugal, but that is still just a guess. Anyway, over here, Gilgamesh has to rebuild his stack. Would Wang Khan liking Sitting Bull influence him? No, at most he would just get a -1 for you declared war on our friend. That's the only thing is. Well, the one thing it could be is he could be bought into the war by Sitting Bull. That's a possibility. But this early in the game, no one has currency, so it's really hard to buy people into wars. By the way, there's 1 archer still alive in this city. It's really hard to bribe people into wars without currency because you can't hand them gold to get them to join in. Otherwise, you can toss them a tech, but we have tech trading turned off too. So, as I said, it's hard to get people to join a war. I wonder who's going to grab this city. There's 1 archer left. All right, Mao has converted to Qin's religion. What that's worth. Yeah, so Taoism is decently spread. Gilgamesh does not have anyone who's spread, does not have anyone following his religion, so that could be an issue long term if he's isolated. Of course, it could just mean he goes for domination instead. Anyway, so I guess that... Oh, there's still an attack going on at this city, too. These axes seem to have had better luck at winning their combats. Here at Hittite. It's down, so there's one... Look at what Qin's done. He left both of these barb cities with 1 unit remaining. I think he's going to get this one, though, because the 2 axes should be able to attack. Over here, there's a new Gilgamesh stack coming in, but there's no way he can ever take the capital without catapults. Of course, he's on construction tech. Let's see if this barb city actually gets captured or not. He stopped to heal, so now that means another barb archer is going to pop out. Anyway, Wang Khan, does he still have that stack here? No. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here's the Wang Khan stack. It looks like he's targeting this city would be my guess. Pharaoh. Interesting. So these are two of the quote-unquote high piece weight leaders. Now, Zhuao's really middle of the pack. He's not really a high piece weight leader, but Wang Kan is a high piece weight leader. So Wang Kan attacking Zhuao would be really bad in the long term because it would mean that two of the few leaders that don't have low piece weight are at each other's throats. So that's probably bad news. But anyway, let's see. It looks like that attack's going to happen. There it is. So that Barb City did get captured. But more significantly, Wang Kan's declared war. He should be able to capture that city. I don't know that he necessarily goes anywhere after that because he doesn't have construction yet. But he should be able to snipe that first city. AI is often good at taking the first city because they had the big stack and they kind of sucker punch the defender. Yeah, this city's not very well defended. I mean, there's a lot of spears there, which are poor attackers, but that should be enough to punch through. Meanwhile, over here, looks like Gilgamesh attacked the capital, and the net result of that was some city garrison 3 archers. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything until he gets construction. But good news for him, he's researching construction. And then we saw down here Hittite was captured by Qin. Qin's actually lucky Wang Kan didn't attack him here. That would have been bad news for Qin Shi Huang if he'd gotten attacked. He really needs time to develop because he's a little bit behind since it took forever to build those roads. Capture this city, then maybe build up and sneak attack Wang Kan there. I don't know. Okay, well, let's watch this sneak attack going on over at Pharaoh, this spot here. I said this should be enough to take this city. Well, it hung out for one more turn. Of course, there's one axe still alive. This city actually looks like it's going to hold because the production queue is going to cause that axe to pop up, and it's just spears. As I said, I thought he had too many spears in his force right there. A lot of attackers, that's it. Yeah, J-Man could, I mean, if he gets a chance to turn here and capture some of Wang's territory, that could be pretty good. All right. Well, since this is turn 100, let's take a quick look at where we stand. GNP, Gilgamesh starting to take control. J-Man emerging in second, and then actually Qin is popping up here. Now, I think a fair bit of this is culture, but still. Sitting Bull, Peter, Mao, their economies are apparently terrible. Production, Gilgamesh clearly is the leader here, although, again, J-Man starting to look pretty strong. Again, Portugal really rising as a contender here. That was a golden age? Okay, fair point. But he does, I mean, like, food doesn't get affected by golden age, so have to say he's looking pretty solid there. So this is the attack on the capital that failed. Gilgamesh is still tops in power. Wang Kan, yeah, that was a disastrous attack for him. Just lost a bunch of units, didn't really kill anything. And then culture is still tops there. In terms of research rate, checking in real quick. So Gilgamesh 46. Mao 18. Ugh. Wow, 60. Okay. Looks like he's the leader. 42 for Peter. 50. Okay, not bad. Looks like Qin has recovered his economy a fair bit. Although he is apparently running actually his economy's not that good. He's running a sizable negative right now. Oh my God, Sitting Bull 16 beakers. Yeah, that's not good. And then Wang Kan at 40. Yeah, as I said, he's running a deficit right now, so his economy's not quite as good as it might look like there. All right, so yeah, I guess that city doesn't fall. And that was a very incompetent attack by Wang Kan. A very incompetent attack. So I think the key actor right now is Qin. Is he going to come jumping into one of these wars? And apparently the answer is yes. So who does Qin dislike? Well, he doesn't like Sitting Bull and he doesn't like Wang Kan. So he has good opportunities to jump into a war on a 2v1 front here. By the way, I hate everyone except apparently Sitting Bull. So this is a good opportunity for Qin to jump in here and gain some territory. We'll see where he's going to end up going after this. Yeah, Qin's economy still needs some work, definitely. He finally has some happiness resources, but he definitely needs more. All right, so Gilgamesh is just going to continue beating his head against Sitting Bull's territory for the immediate future. Like, there's just no way he can break through until he has catapults, but the AI doesn't understand that. Probably should just run around pillaging for the time being, instead of just getting his stacks slaughtered, just promoting pointlessly. A couple of those archers look like they got a little bit more XP. Anyway, sooner or later we should see a Joao stack over here. This city looks very vulnerable to being captured. There's also a Barb city up here that's getting some attention. Mao probably has the best odds to take it, except he sent all archers for some reason instead of like actual units. And then down here, this city should get captured shortly. There's a stack over here ready to grab that. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on all that. Gilgamesh is still running units around in here. So Wang Khan built Great Lighthouse. Okay. He has 2 coastal cities, so that doesn't appear to be too relevant of a wonder, but better than anything else. Gilgamesh just finished construction. Yep, just finished construction. So we should see them start to pop up in the build queues. Also building hanging gardens, apparently. So the next time he builds a big stack, we should probably see some catapults in it. So this should fall. And that means there's just one Barb city left on the map. This one up here at Hun. So yeah, Portugal was caught off guard. So Portugal did not have a stack ready to go. But now is building one over here. Gilgamesh is researching calendar. So he should... Does he even have any calendar resources? That's kind of a bad choice by him. He only has 1. Although if he... Actually, no, he has 2. And he may be able to get quite a few more if he captures some of this territory. So anyway, he needs time to build a stack with catapults. There's 1 in production. Trying to keep an eye on when a new... Oh, here's a fresh stack from Wang Khan, but I don't know if this is going to do any better. Now Joao's had a chance to reinforce. So I don't know that that's going to do much better, especially not with any catapults. He needs to get those Hwachas. Yeah, I think he turned around and just walked back. Gilgamesh getting the Hanging Gardens probably not great for the rest of the field, considering how strong he is already. Anyway, there's some catapults popping up. So yeah, that war's at a stalemate. And we should probably look to see if we can spot where Qin has his stack forming. I think he has an... Oh wait, here it is, or part of it. Is he like heading towards Sitting Bull, or is he heading towards... or is he heading towards Wang Khan? I think Wang Khan is maybe in some trouble here. Anyway, Taoism certainly is spreading now, right? Almost everybody in the world is running Taoism except the very unpopular Wang Khan and Sitting Bull. And of course, Gilgamesh, who has his own religion. That own religion might be a problem for him down the road, but we'll see. Still no new doom stack. Here's the doom stack forming. There's actually a catapult over here. There's 1 catapult, so looks like Gilgamesh is starting to put a stack together. I keep waiting to see if I can find where J-Man's stack is, right? Because if we look at the power graphs, he's actually top power right now, so he's got to have units somewhere. Got to have units somewhere on the map. I haven't found his big... Oh, here it is. Well, part of it anyway. It's not going to crack this without catapults, though. Could just get slaughtered. Well, yeah, just tried to attack him. That's what happens when you charge in against walls with... actually, no, he attacked this stack. He went for this stack instead. The problem is that might as well have been behind walls because that was on a forested hill, 75% defensive bonus. Yeah, that was not... Well, he's not tops in power anymore. Anyway, by the way, look at all these floodplains cottages that J-Man has. This is like, that's some nice territory there. A lot of floodplains cottages. Anyway. Okay, so there's a stack of dog soldiers moving out for some reason. There's a stack with 2 catapults moving in. We'll see who attacks who. Where did those catapults go? Did they die or did they turn around? They turned around. Stack reforming back here. Looks like he's building the Doom stack over here, as far as I can tell. Anyway, so by the way, this Barb City is still alive. Also, we should probably check in on, is Peter doing anything? So he's also plotting war. How about Mao? All right, he's plotting war. Everybody's plotting war. So Peter does not like Sitting Bull and Wang Khan. Mao does not like Sitting Bull and Wang Khan. Peter also is not especially happy with Joao, so he could go after him as well. So all 3 of these low peace weight leaders Yellow, red, and pink are all plotting war. Where they go, though, is who knows. Yeah, all right, so Qin's got a stack right here. He's clearly building his Doom stack in Xi'an, but that Doom stack could go here or it could go here. Both of them would be pretty valid targets. We'll see which one he chooses. But it's going to be one of these two. Yeah, that's a decent-sized stack. Sitting Bull now also goes to Taoism. Well, that will improve relations with China. Where's Qin on here? That got him up to cautious, but the decision to go to war should have already been made by this point, so it's not going to help. There's a whole bunch of catapults. Now he needs to build other non-catapult units to go with this. And then there's a Sitting Bull stack here. So moving somewhere. All right, here comes the stack with the catapults. So for the moment, the Wang Khan versus Zhuao wars seems totally stalled out. But again, that's Wang Khan is researching construction. Well, I don't know what happened over here. Oh, we went after Wang Khan. Ah, okay. I thought he might go after Sitting Bull, but no. He went after Wang Khan. All right, well, I think Wang Khan is probably going to die now that he's got two AIs up against him. Now, if you want Wang Khan to survive, you probably want Peter to try hurling himself against J-Man, but that looks like that might be happening shortly too. There's a lot of catapults over here. Anyway, interesting times. Game's starting to get more interesting. J-Man needs construction. He can't seem to get through these defenses right now. All right, well, let's see what happens about this attack here. Will this sneak attack be able to succeed? Yes. Unlike Wang Khan's failed attack, Qin is actually able to take that city there. So Qin's starting to get a little bit stronger. And Christianity founded... Oh, wow. Could we have another religion? Like, could we have a fourth religion now being spread around? Sitting Bull apparently got a great general. But this siege should begin here. Yeah, Cahokia just lost a good bit of its defenses. That said, there's not that many attackers here. Is this city on a hill? No, it is not. Oh, we had another city just taken up. Oh, it was this city up here. So that's where the stack was. Okay, I was wondering where J-Man had his stack. He had it up here. All right, yeah, not looking so good for Wang Khan. Good question is, if Wang Khan is going to die, could he be the one to die before Sitting Bull? I would have thought for sure Sitting Bull would die first, but it is 2v1 over here, as opposed to just the 1v1 over in this corner of the map. But like this stack is not the biggest. That said, there's not that many defenders either. And remember, once the catapults go in, those dog soldiers are going to be pretty weak. So, but there's like this random stack running around over here. Anyway, Peter, Mao, what are you guys doing? Can we spot where their stacks are? Mao looks like he might be going after Portugal, though. I think here's his stack. So he's probably going after Portugal. I think he wants this city here, Braganza. And I think Peter might be going after Portugal, too. Just trying to figure out where... I mean, Peter could also attack Mao, which would be pretty funny, just to make this game as chaotic as possible. All right, well, let's see what's happening here. Not quite enough to take the capital, at least not initially. Killed a lot of units, but yeah, as I said, not quite enough attackers yet. So that means Sitting Bull is likely to survive for at least a little while longer. If his capital had died there, it would be pretty much game over for him. But I still don't think he can realistically hold this forever. All right, meanwhile, over here, Qin is continuing to... Oh, wow, this city is not well defended at all. Is Qin just going to bully his way through? He doesn't have any catapults, so he'll just attack. Oh, taken and then retaken on the same turn. Interesting. Oh no, Peter's declaring on Wang Khan too. Oh, Oh no, that means Wang Khan has another opponent. Oh boy. Wow, okay. I would say Wang Khan's now in the driver's seat to be first to die, which is going to frustrate everybody who had a Sitting Bull. No, I was like, I thought Peter was going to go after Portugal, but no, he is not. Okay. Oh boy. Anyway, so Gilgamesh is rebuilding his stack over here. He's healing up what's left over. And meanwhile, we've got this attack on Busan. Wang Khan getting trolled, indeed. Wait, how is this city still alive? Protective, I mean, it is hard to capture stuff that's defended by protective leaders. That said, Portugal should have a stack up here too. Oh, here it is. But 3v1, I mean, yeah, you can just see that the losses tend to be pretty nasty. Peter's power is actually pretty high as well. So yeah, Mao, he still looks like he's building up over here. We'll see who he actually attacks. I keep expecting Busan to fall because he's got all these units next to it. All right, so Gilgamesh pulled back to. All right, this stack should be large enough to take Cahokia, though. It's just not. I don't think there's enough units on defense in there. Still, let's see if this city falls. Busan. It's already fallen and then got recaptured. How there's like continues to be like one unit holding out here. And then Peter took this one. I wasn't watching. Wait, a Barb City? Where in the world was a Barb City taken by the Native Americans? Oops. It was... Where was that? Hun? Oh, wait, up here? Oh, the ultimate troll job. How? He just had a random archer get the last hit. Well, that means Sitting Bull's not going to be first to die. He's got a city over here. He's not going to be first to die. Oh, man, this could be interesting. Gilgamesh does have open borders with Zhuao, though, so he'd be able to get over there. Jeez. But yeah, I don't see how he could be first to die now. Not with him holding that. Peter steals the city away from that. Just to check, does Zhuao have construction? I would assume that he does. All right, he does. I just hadn't seen any catapults. So I should have known there are catapults right here. Does Gilgamesh have open borders with Wang or Qin? He does with Qin for sure. Yeah. Look at this mini map. So yeah, apparently Wang Khan, the religion, him having a religion that people didn't like and that high peace weight just was like, people can't stand him, apparently. All right, so Cahokia survived that turn, but I think it falls on the inner turn because there's just nothing left here, and there's a lot of attackers there. Oh, and Pusan, wow, every time I move the camera away, somewhere else falls. Yeah, Wang Khan only has 3 cities left, so and he's being attacked by 3 people simultaneously, so he is very dead. And the question is then going to be, well, who actually gets his territory? I would say Qin has definitely done the best so far. Peter is like this random city, but like Pusan, Pusan and Nampo are 2 pretty big additions. Portugal picked up has only gotten this city so far, so it'll be interesting to see who gets what. Does Qin have construction? His economy is worse, so he might. He does not, because his economy is pretty bad. Yep. So with the capital falling, pretty much just a matter of time now until Sitting Bull gets taken out. But it does look like Wang Khan's going to collapse faster, just because there's 3 AIs beating on him, and there's still 4 cities left down here. But Gilgamesh is doing what we thought he would do. Interesting counterfactual is what if Qin had decided to attack in this direction instead? Would have been interesting. All right. Meanwhile, the vultures, literally in the case of Gilgamesh, but figuratively in the case over here, the vultures are circling around Wang Khan about who's going to get what spoils. It looks like his capital is going to be targeted next. Now remember, his capital is the Great Lighthouse, so that could be a nice pickup for somebody. Also, Mao, weren't you plotting war? Are you still plotting war? Okay, in theory you are. Is he also going after Wang Khan and marching through someone's territory to get there? I believe he's also going after Either that or he's going after Sitting Bull's city here, but I think he's also coming. Yeah, I believe he's also going after Wang Khan. It's either that or he's going to declare war here. All right, Gilgamesh got his shrine. Nice little pickup for him. He has spread it to 9 cities. Taoism seems to be the game's dominant religion. 26 cities, yeah. So that's definitely helping Qin to have that. Yeah, everybody seems to want to go after this guy. Oh, his capital is very well defended, though. They're going to have to siege it down. Like it's pretty well defended. Meanwhile, Gilgamesh is starting to push on his next target. We'll see which one that is. Poor Sitting Bull was like just dying very badly. Is Mao going to declare on Sitting Bull or what? Is this a? This has to be a war on Sitting Bull. Okay, buddy. Okay. Mao, you trolling? It just increases the war counter, if nothing else. Okay. At least that throws it back into doubt about who could be first to die again. I still think Wang Khan's like most likely to be first to die, but at least that introduces some doubt. Yeah, he walks halfway across the map to attack a one population Sitting Bull city. Okay, buddy. I mean, he'll take this, but it's going to be so surrounded by Portuguese culture, he'll probably just gift it over to Joao anyway. Anyway, so Gilgamesh needs another couple turns to. He should probably just attack and not wait to bombard, but he will likely wait to bombard Chaco. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like the siege has begun on the capital for Wang Khan, so let's keep an eye on that. It's interesting here because like some of these, like Peter does not have any catapults, so Peter in theory should just throw himself. Oh no, he does have 2 catapults. Never mind. I was going to say in theory Peter should just throw himself at this city. Meanwhile, over here, Qin does not have catapults, but he might just have enough that he can just bully his way into that city anyway without taking down the city defenses. He's got an awful lot of units here, and there's not a lot of units on defense. So yeah, even though the siege is starting over there at Chaco, oh, and Gilgamesh now has elephants. I don't think, yeah, I think this is it for Wang Khan first. So Portugal got his capital. That's a big deal. The fact that it wasn't Russia. Remember, this is a valuable city with the Great Lighthouse and an academy. But like that's double city losses here. So J-Man's actually in good position. And by the way, J-Man has now opened up a score lead over Gilgamesh as well. Gilgamesh getting another religion. You're right. That's a really nice pickup there. Look at that one city off by itself. So Qin has definitely gotten stronger. Qin's picked up 3 cities from this. Oh wait, there's another city over here. I missed this one. But I think that Portugal's been the biggest winner from this war just because everybody is not attacking Portugal too. Like you would think that Portugal would have been a target of a lot of these leaders. Anyway, Chaco's about to fall. But there's still, what, 3 more cities to go? Gilgamesh, of course, is getting stronger here, too. This is going to be a solo conquest for him. But, yeah, Portugal's got a lot of territory now. Like, that's a lot of Portuguese territory over here. Pretty good portion of the map. I do think that Portugal could have some issues with diplomatic situation, although as long as he's running the same religion as everyone else, he might be okay. Sitting Bull's territory is garbage. Well, the thing is, a lot of it is jungle. And remember, once you cut down the jungle, it's actually good territory. So his territory was really bad for the early game, but I don't think it's actually that sad for later on. Like, there's a lot of calendar resources here and stuff like that. Hun just got gifted over. Yep, not a surprise. So Mao's whole war was completely pointless. Completely pointless. Anyway, let's see. The vulture's continuing to circle here. Who's going to get that last hit on Wang Khan? I've got this here. Is Peter or... And there's another religion being founded. Unlikely to amount to anything at this stage of the game, though. How big is the diplomatic bonus? Good point. It is pretty sizable. So like, let's see. So Peter is pleased, got a +3. Chin is friendly with most of the field. Interestingly enough, we can get a better view of the diplomatic situation once we are down to 5 AI leaders. Portugal teed that one up very nicely for Peter to take that. And then we've just got the one city remaining over here, which I guess China, you would think would be in the pole position to take this. There's only one unit remaining. Unfortunately, there's 2 chariots ready to attack. So this is just whoever wants to walk in here. I guess Qin is probably the favorite to get that. Gilgamesh is not quite ready to attack yet. I did not see the 3-way dogpile against Wang Khan. That caught me a little bit off guard in this game. Oh, wow. Okay, I guess the chariots won and auto-raised the final city. That's pretty rare that the final city is auto-raised. I actually can't remember that happening. The last city being an auto-raise instead of a capture. Okay. Well, that's something, I suppose. So Wang Khan does troll everybody who had Sitting Bull as first to die by being the first one out of the game. All right, let's get our stuff on the contest forum and all that. All right. Not that I think that it was unlikely in any way that Wang Khan would die. So he's out on turn 136. That's pretty early. He's actually tied with Lincoln here, going out on the same turn. Okay, Wang Khan, game 4, turn 136. Okay, and that kill went to Qin of all people, so we'll mark that down. Hope you guys can see that. I think I keep putting my face in the way there. Do we have someone who voted Wang Khan in every section of the picking contest? I don't know. First eliminated. Like I said, I think Wang Khan's a good pick for first to die, but I don't know if he was the most likely. We had what, 255? So 51 people, so that was about 16% roughly, somewhere around there. Did anyone pick Wang Khan for everything? I don't think so. I don't think we had anyone do Wang Khan, Wang Khan, Wang Khan, Wang Khan for everything. All right, the other thing, for fantasy purposes, Wang Khan scores 2 points, so well done, Sun Huge. And then Qin scored the kill, so 1 point for Cutter Axis. All right. Back to the game we go. Woo. All right, and we know that Mr. Sitting Bull is probably not long for the world either, but he did manage to hold out a bit longer. Anyways, I was saying, though, Portugal has taken over the score lead, and Portugal is pretty massive right now. As I said, I thought that the biggest issue holding him back would be diplomatic weaknesses, but he seems to be managing okay so far. And at this point, he might just be strong enough that he's fine. He just needs to stay out of like a 2 or 3 front war. But like, look at this, friendly, friendly, friendly. He's pretty. How do people feel about him? Pleased, pleased, pleased. All right, he's pleased or friendly with everyone. Now, a lot of these leaders can declare it pleased. Gilgamesh can declare it pleased. I'm pretty sure Mao can declare it pleased. I'm pretty sure Peter can declare it pleased. But they're less likely to declare war if they're pleased. So, what was that? Like spinning in circles over there. So yeah, I mean, if he just gets a chance to sit back and develop for a little while. Yeah, we should look at his beaker count too. Gilgamesh is at 140. Mao's behind 157. Okay, he's about the same, but he's only at 40%, while Gilgamesh is at 50%. So Gilgamesh has more room to grow. Or Joao has more room to grow. Peter's also about the same as well. And Chin's a little bit behind, and Sitting Bull is dying. There are these big stacks running around, but not actually sieging the cities, not yet. So are there any catapults in this stack? There's a bunch in this stack. Yeah, Mound City's pretty well defended. Need to get those catapults over there. Instead, Gilgamesh is apparently pillaging for some reason instead of just grabbing these cities. Now he's got some catapults over there. Yeah, he's pillaging like all the tiles for some reason. Pillaging for like pennies at a time. Anyway, Qin definitely got stronger from that war too. There's actually room for more people to drop new cities up there. Did any of these other cities have wonders in them? I don't think so. I think it was just Seoul. And then Peter's randomly got this city in the middle of this territory. Yeah, that was it. It was just the Great Lighthouse. Oh, okay. That's right. I forgot Mao was still in this war. Okay. Forgot Mao was still in this war. Oh yeah, he also had a stack moving around over there. Okay. Mao slips in and grabs the city. This is going to go over to Qin and probably would have gone over to Qin regardless. I think, well, actually, remember, culture's very weak on the diagonal. It actually might be okay. So Mao has, or I was going to say he had a city up here, but he lost that. He no longer has a city up there. He gifted that one away. I was going to say he has cities in these weird locations. Oh, hey, yeah, let's move a whole bunch of archers out of the city that's under siege. That seems like a plan. Where are they going? Well, they can't get back into the city now. The return route, yeah, okay, have fun with that. By the way, here comes a great artist. Now, Statue of Zeus is, we know, an important wonder, so that's, well, Gilgamesh is apparently doing some pretty serious wonder building back here. He does have the marble, so yeah, gets the wonders relatively cheap. And this should pretty much finish off old Gilgamesh. Just got the one city left. Snake Town. He continues to build wonders here. Not sure any of them are that significant. Shwedagon Paya, if he went free religion, that would actually be a very smart move on his part because no one else practices Hinduism in this entire world. But I don't know if he'll be smart enough to do that or not. Instead, he's apparently going into wartime civics with one city remaining on the other side. Okay. I'm just next turning until we can get this city off the board. It would be funny if Mao then took the last hit here. Gilgamesh has a lot more units, though, so he's more likely to get that. And Qin built Chichen Itza, also refounded that city that was raised over there. All right. So there goes all the defenses. I think Gilgamesh takes it on this turn. He has a huge force outside. And he just got rid of all the defenses. Nope, still standing. I guess he waited one more turn. Did get the Great Library, though. He'll like, go Mao, steal a point away from Gilgamesh. No. I was like, no. All right, as expected. So Gilgamesh completes the conquest of Sitting Bull. Solo conquest. He got everything except one city. I mean, I guess technically he didn't get that city, but that Barb city. All right, so now we're down to just the 5 leaders. Mark this down on our spreadsheet. So, Sitting Bull, boy, that's keeping this in the same order on the spreadsheet so far. Nice and easy. All right, Sitting Bull is out on turn 150. Nice and easy. Sitting Bull, okay. Sitting Bull. I should do this again where you guys can see it. 4, turn 150. So the kill went to Gilgamesh. And for fantasy purposes, that just means that Sitting Bull is out, did not score any points. Gilgamesh does score 1 point. So Sun Huge gets a point for killing one of his own leaders in that game to get a couple points. All right. And back to the game. All right, so let's just advance one turn so that Gilgamesh is out of war mode or whatever, and then try to look at the state of the game because we're 150 turns in. All right, well, by the way, there's a Barb City up here apparently. Gilgamesh completes Shwedagon. All right, first up, graphs. Yeah, J-Man went from being behind to being clearly ahead in terms of score. Gilgamesh did pick up a lot of territory there, but so did Chin and so did Wow. All three of them got a lot stronger. GMP is close between a bunch of these leaders. Mao's economy is apparently awful. Everyone, the other leaders are all pretty close. Production, there's the golden age for Chin that ended. Food, yeah, Gilgamesh on a bit of an upswing because these captured cities are coming out of resistance. Mao looks fairly weak right now. Power, oh man, Portugal really out in front. Surprised at how strong that is. There's a great artist culture bomb that was dropped in one of these cities. Cahokia? Yes, it was dropped here in Cahokia. So Gilgamesh did pick up a lot of territory there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's up to 13 cities now. Now China's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So about the same. Portugal is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So about the same, but more developed because they were almost all self-founded. There's a lot of happiness resources here too. Also, 4 great generals as military instructors. What has he been running representation out of curiosity? No, he's just running hereditary rule. All right, everybody's in hereditary rule. That's partly why everybody loves each other. And then bureaucracy is also going to be causing everybody to love each other. So yeah, look at this. Everybody loves each other in this game. There's a lot of friendly faces right now. A lot of friendly faces. Gilgamesh is about the only one who's not friendly with half the board right now. So this could be as 107 happiness. Oh yeah. Wait, what? He has 94 from the military presence impresses us. Wait, what? He has 94 military units in his capital? All right. Okay. Yeah, so he's at peace right now. And this might be somewhat of a peaceful game because people don't seem too inclined to plot war, which is not what I was expecting in this game. Yeah, nobody's plotting war. Oh boy. Well, we got all these warmongers, but they all love each other. Everybody except even with Gilgamesh having the only non-Taoism, it's like this one religion caused everyone to buddy as friends. Well, at some point, I guess we'll see some competition, but yeah, this is a little bit different from what I thought we'd see. I think the biggest thing that's thrown me off is I didn't think Portugal would get this strong. I'm surprised by how strong they've turned out to be. As J-Man changes up his civics. I went uni suffrage. Okay, that's probably not the right one to go to. Probably not the right one to go to. Yeah, I'm just surprised he's been able to get along with these but other leaders, but same religion and then shared peace weight. I thought there was a very real chance he could get dogpiled. He was actually one of the more popular picks for first to die. And I actually think there's a chance that that can happen if he gets dogpiled in some of these games, but it just didn't end up happening in this one. I suspect this Barb City is going to get targeted too. That's partly why I'm up here, is I think that someone is going to send units to go kill this Barb City. Who, I have no idea. Peter has completed the Colossus. Okay, bud. So yeah, we're just kind of next turning here because everybody's at peace. Gilgamesh may be inclined to go culture in this game too. I've seen him go culture in a number of games. How many holy cities does he have? He has 2, right? He has Hinduism and Islam. Yeah, he has 2. If he gets a third one, there's decent chance he tries to go cultural in this game. Gilgamesh had metal casting for 100 turns. Well, he was at war. That might have made him inclined not to try to build the Colossus as much. By the way, this would be a poor time for anyone to go to war. Buddhism, fountains. Wait, which religion was that? Peter has 2 religions as well. Is that the philosophy religion? Yeah, philosophy. Can you show the Peter Mao border? Yeah, it's hard to see on the mini map. Agreed, because their color is similar. That's their border right there. It's like almost a square, almost a straight line into another straight line. Yeah, so Gilgamesh's score has picked up a bit, and now that he's gotten out of this war and he's incorporated the captured cities into his territory. J-Man, wow, he's gonna have an even higher happiness cap. All right, he moved the giant stack out of his territory, or out of his capital. But yeah, these leaders just seem to like each other, so I thought we'd see a ton of fighting in this game. I didn't anticipate everybody picking up the same religion and then being in love with each other. I didn't think that was going to happen. All right, so Gilgamesh did get this city in the northern wasteland. Somehow these cities have managed to both miss the fish resource. The one thing that makes the cities valuable, managed to miss it. It's just pretty funny. But hey, you'll get another marble. Mao's had units running back and forth to this one city on the minimap again and again. Oops, I didn't mean to check the observer civs only city. Yeah, Joao's in universal suffrage, which is probably not the best choice. And Gilgamesh is also going for that last religion at Divine Right. Looks like he's slightly ahead in that race. Not much point in researching Divine Right unless you're trying to get the religion. All right, so one of the things that we learned thanks to Atron, I hope I'm getting that name right, it's not in front of me, who was doing the code diving, was that the number of holy cities the AI controls is a major factor in terms of whether they go for a cultural victory. The traits they have also matters a fair bit as well, and creative is one of the traits that influences it. So Gilgamesh might try to go for a cultural victory here because he has 3 holy cities and he's creative. I have seen him go for cultural victory in a number of other games. Anyway, let's just check in on whether anyone's plotting war. I don't even know if he can declare war. I don't think he plots it pleased. Oh, he's only cautious with Gilgamesh, though. So he could go to war with Gilgamesh. Nope. Not currently plotting war. Nope. You guys are all supposed to be like violent warmongers. They're all like, no, we all love each other. Nope, no one's plotting war. Okay. Well, this game did not develop the way I was expecting. All these aggressive leaders are just like, no. Hey, we're all in the same religion. Now, eventually, some of them will start to go free religion, and maybe that'll shake things up a little bit. Maybe. But they all they all like each other. Look at this. Look at this. This is not the screen I expect to see when I have a bunch of people with peace weight at 1 and 2. Like, no, we all love each other. The only cautious relations are with Gilgamesh because he's funding his own religion. So as I said, there's some danger for Gilgamesh here. He could get dogpiled, quite possibly, because he's got his own religion. As I said, if switching to free religion is the best thing he could do right now. So he could remove some of that religious tension. Yeah, he'd be best off just going free religion and then he pushed the liberalism here on part of some of these guys. Like going free religion and then just trying to push for culture from there, like free religion and free speech. But I'm just gonna go ahead and next turn this as long as nothing else. So Chin, oh excuse me, yeah, Alex is very disappointed. So Chin is the first to discover liberalism, and he took astronomy, a good choice, nice econ choice. If you're not fighting, then that's a good one to take. And if you are fighting, then it opens up all those voting opportunities. I was going to say Gilgamesh and Joao are separated by 1 point, and Chin is actually pretty close to them too. Peter, somewhat surprisingly, is not that far off. And Mao is the one real weakling in this game. Seems unlikely that Mao is going to be in a position to do something, but he's also behind in tech too. But who knows? Always has that chance to backdoor his way into a second place. but we're pretty much just killing time here until something happens in this game. Like, I'd love to try to make this more exciting, but there's just very little going on in the game. Everybody's just kind of researching and developing. It's kind of weird the way Chin separates the entire continent from north to south with his borders. Is Peter plotting war? I mean, we looked before and nobody was plotting war. All right, Peter is now plotting war. Okay. So it has to be either Portugal or Sumeria, because he can't declare war at pleased. The +1 versus the +7 is irrelevant. So he's more likely to be plotting war with. Oh, okay. And then that happened. So Gilgamesh going to. Okay. Well, now we've got some excitement on our hands. So Gilgamesh declares war on Chin. Okay. Well, that's not especially good for my Gilgamesh Chin first and second picks. This is also not a great era to go on the offensive because everybody has castles everywhere, and there's no units that can really kill longbows. Where is his stack, by the way? If he's declaring war, he should have a big stack walking across the border somewhere, but I don't see it. Right? That was Gilgamesh has declared war on Chin. So where is his big stack? Chin also, yeah, also has Chichen Itza. This seems like not the best idea on the part of Gilgamesh. I don't know where, I don't know, I don't see his stack in action. In terms of the power situation, they're pretty comparable. So now if Peter attacks Gilgamesh, pretty much would end the game for Gilgamesh. Whereas if he attacks Wow, the game is pretty open to anyone winning. Because Peter's pretty strong himself. Yeah, I don't know quite why. All right, well, we get the more interesting outcome. We get the less troll outcome with Peter declaring war on J-Man. Seven wars. All right, well, we're back to some more interesting stuff. This could backfire on Peter, though. He is on printing press, so he might be pushing towards rifling. No, he hasn't made that decision yet. He's going astronomy, interestingly enough. So this is going to be all about who gets to rifling first between all of these competitors. Peter's stack is here. That's not that impressive. I don't think that's going to do very much. All four of these combatants are relatively even in power. There's not a huge power discrepancy on any side. So this could stalemate. Now that stack does have 75 units in it, so that's a lot of units. 75. Units. Okay. So that's a doom stack. Where is it? It's right here. What is Gilgamesh teching towards? I'm not sure. I do think that this might have been a mistake on the part of Peter. By the way, I guess we should check in on Mao to see if he wants to join the... All right, well, he's also in we have enough on our hands right now mode. So who the heck knows what he's planning on doing. He's pleased with everyone, so he could attack literally any of these. Where he decides to go could be decisive. I mean, at first guess, I would say Portugal, just because he has a lot of border tension with Portugal, but I mean, he does also have border tension with these leaders over here, thanks to that little city over there, so I don't know. But the most likely guess would be Portugal. I mean, he has border tension with Russia, too. I mean, who the heck knows? We'll just keep an eye. Let's see if I can find his stack. He's got to have a stack somewhere. Here? No. I can't find it. So, yeah. Can't quite, unless it's over here. No, it's not in here. Meanwhile, Gilgamesh is apparently going to try the long task of bombarding down a city with 125% defenses. Well, at least we got some more action here, so that's something. And here's a Chin force over here. As I said, this is just a bad time for offensive warfare because longbows, castles, Even knights don't really do that well against longbows. I mean, they can kill them all right, but they don't do great against them. Anyway, so I should have been watching over here. So that was the big stack with 75 units. Looks like it cost about 25 units, but that city did get captured. So Peter, maybe this wasn't the best decision to go into this war. Peter's the one who started it after all. But at least it's not boring, right? At least it's something more interesting to watch. I do still wonder what the heck Mao is thinking. I was fighting over here too. So there's still a little stack over here on the part of Qin, but I guess there is some catapults there. I was going to say there's no siege in there, but there is actually. Meanwhile, these bigger stacks are very slowly trying to hit the defenses of Busan. Very slowly. Or will Mao just try to charge completely around the continent to try to attack Gilgamesh? It is. We've seen him do it already once. Oh, what the? There's apparently a Russian stack up here. Okay. I don't see how he can hold this, but he did capture it. Interesting. Interesting. I would say this is a much better capture for Joao, though. Yeah, that attack on did not work. The one against Busan, I don't know if it's going to work either. Looks like this stack got hit with siege. Still has 38 units though. Oh, okay. So we do get the 2v. We get kind of the 2v1 that I think we were expecting, in that J-Man was going to get dogpiled to some extent, but it sure didn't happen in the way we were expecting it to. It's got there by a very roundabout method, excuse me. Yeah, so that's a big help to Peter, like a big help to Peter, because I do not think he was going to win this war 1v1. I think he was definitely more likely to, oh wow, yeah, look at those losses they both took. So that's a big help, Peter, because Peter was not getting the better of this. It was, I guess, it was relatively even, but Portugal's a lot bigger than Russia in this game, so just having someone else to hurl units is going to help swing things at least a little bit. Gilgamesh built Versailles, okay. Still very slowly sieging this down. Very slowly sieging this down. Needs a unit better than elephants for sure. Elephants against longbows is not a very good matchup for the elephants. Yeah, this stack. I mean, there's so many units on defense here. I don't really see how this attack can succeed. Not with just maces. All right, that's an awful lot of units. A lot of great generals being born the last couple turns. J-Man got double great generals. So he must have killed something. He's also on military tradition, so that means he already has knights. He doesn't have gunpowder though, so he needs gunpowder to unlock the cuirassiers. Let's see, he's here. Gilgamesh is about the same place. Mao is behind. Mao doesn't even have knights yet. Peter, remember, has that astronomy to jump ahead. And then Qin is researching in kind of an odd way. Looks like Qin is the tech leader at the moment. He also has astronomy. Interesting. Yeah, Qin is the tech leader, but he's not pushing towards rifling for whatever reason, which seems like a mistake. Because rifles would shut down this attack pretty easily. Well, that was a fast peace treaty. Probably a good idea on both sides. It does mean that Gilgamesh is a little bit sealed off from the rest of the continent because he's unlikely to sign open borders with Qin, and as long as he has open borders, or doesn't have open borders with Qin, he's kind of stuck over here. He's actually now up to friendly with the other leaders. And also does not like J-Man, even though he can't reach him, interestingly enough. But that was probably a smart move just to sign peace. Get the heck out of there. All right, so here's Chin's force coming in, trying to attack with maces against longbows in a city that has 100% cultural defenses. So we said probably not going to go too well. This war is likely just to be a big waste of time in the same way that Qin versus Gilgamesh was just a big waste of time. It's just too hard to make offensive progress in this era. Not a good point in time for that. All right, Taj Mahal. Did Gilgamesh lose his army? I don't think so. I don't think he... Yeah, no, he didn't. He just... That attack that was lined up never actually happened. By the way, Peter has lost a lot of units. Yeah, the losses for Portugal and Russia have been pretty bad. They're the two that have been fighting the most. They've both lost a lot of units. Wait, did he not bombard here with catapults? Just send the units in? Oh, he didn't have any siege in his stack. Okay, that was an interesting decision. Just charge in against 100% defenses. Yeah, that was maybe not the best. Again, still waiting to see who gets to rifling first. I do think that that's a big deal. Yeah, lots of missionaries from Giggles. Good call. If he's building lots of missionaries, that means he's more likely to be thinking culture. Now the interesting thing would be if Qin turned and declared war on Portugal too, because he can't declare war on Gilgamesh while their peace treaty is in effect. Well, I guess he can't declare war on Portugal either because he's friendly. The only one he can declare war on is Gilgamesh. I'm trying to see like where someone's advancing. I guess over here, this city is pretty vulnerable. Doesn't seem to be that well defended. Although the siege of this city got cleaned up, so Mao lost a bunch of units. Yeah, all sides just seem to have tossed a bunch of units at each other, and not too much actually changed hands. That city of Porto, which is like an isolated Russian enclave. Oh, never mind. Ah, that's where the biggest Chinese stack was. That little tiny city up on the northern coast. I didn't even know that there was a siege going on up there. I thought Mao's main effort had been down here, but I guess I was wrong. By the way, Gilgamesh is first, Qin is in second. Oh, come on, if we could just end the game on this turn for my picks. No. Yeah, Mao's still going for guilds. Note that there's now cuirassiers on the field for Portugal. That's not a good matchup when you're on horse archers and the other side is on cuirassiers. Bit of a one-sided setup. Anyway, we should check to see if these guys are back to plotting again. No, he's not. And you can't be. It's literally impossible because you're friendly with everyone else. Gilgamesh belatedly picking up liberalism here. Well, that city that was deep in Portuguese territory ended up getting captured back. That's not especially surprising. It did lose most of its buildings and got knocked down to size 1. But Portugal did manage to get that back. A weird target for Peter to go for, let's be honest. Pretty weird target. I feel like the cuirassiers are starting to turn this battle a little bit. Oh, Gilgamesh went free religion. Okay. That's going to improve his standing with others. So where's Gilgamesh? I actually didn't improve it as much as I thought. He's now friendly with Mao. Oh, no, he's already friendly with them, but he's more friendly with them. Portugal, there's a lot of unhappiness here. Mao's annoyed. Peter's annoyed. Gilgamesh is only cautious. Unfortunately, by declaring war on him, now Qin, gets that permanent -3. So, yeah. But I do think that Gilgamesh has decent odds of being on a culture strategy here. He might be going for rifling tech right now. Nope, he's going for democracy. Interesting. Interesting. Chin is still ahead of him in tech for the time being. Anyway, and over here, everybody continues to beat their brains out in this mass bloodletting. But Portugal's handled the 2v1 reasonably well. I mean, it's hurt him. There's no question it's hurt him. But he's handled it decently. Could have been much worse for him. Yeah, maybe Gilgamesh can open borders. Oh, excuse me. Maybe they'd be willing to sign open. Nope, still don't have open borders yet. But it's at least possible. Also a great engineer, so that could be another wonder for Gilgamesh. I don't suppose he's plotting war on anyone. No. Okay. So let's do the comparison again because we're 200 turns in. The score leads going back and forth. It's very close between these top three, Gilgamesh, Chin, and Joao. The Portuguese leader has definitely been hurt by this two-front war. Peter was like right there with them, and now he's clearly been knocked back into the pack from the fighting. GMP. Chin and Gilgamesh are the clear leaders in terms of GMP. Production. Chin has a slight lead there, it looks like. Food. Gilgamesh has taken the lead in food. Also, who is this? Peter. Wow, Peter's really suffering there. Power. Portugal seems to have stabilized. Yeah, even in the two-front war, Portugal seems to be doing pretty well. Peter is just this war was not a good idea for Peter. And then culture doing its thing. If we're curious about their beaker count, Gilgamesh 740. Wow. Mao 255. Joao 469. Peter 648. Chin, wow, chill 1098. He's researching at 100%. He's actually just about solvent at 100%. Look at that, he's losing 3 gold per turn at 100% research. That shrine is doing a lot of work. Yeah, I think Gilgamesh's golden age is over. 51. Wow, talk about a dominant religion. 51. The city's getting 116 gold per turn at 0% science. So he's just basically funding his entire civ off this shrine. What a big deal. That's the reason why he's keeping up with Gilgamesh economically. It's just the shrine income. It's that big of a deal. He's basically funding the whole civ off that. Especially because we're only on a normal sized map. This isn't like some huge map. To have 51 cities converted on a map this size is pretty insane. If we go to the religion map real quick, this is Taoism. Gilgamesh is in another golden age. He just finished one. Yeah, has he converted every city in the world? Apparently this city's missing for some reason. Otherwise, and this city's missing, but it's basically every city in the world follows this one religion. It's pretty wild. 52%. Yeah, anytime you can get like 50% on here, it's pretty wild due to the way that it calculates this. Anyway. Excuse me.
It is entirely seemly for a young man killed in
This game's a little boring at the moment, I'm not going to lie. I'm not trying to yawn, but there doesn't seem to be that much going on. All right, over here there's a battle. Choco News against Cuirassiers is a bit one-sided. A little bit one-sided. I don't expect this attack to succeed. Oh, look, here's a Portuguese attack. This one might be more successful. I mean, Cuirassiers against longbows. Oh, the Portuguese colonies, or the Russian colonies in Portugal are getting snapped up. Yeah, maybe this wasn't the best decision, Peter. But Portugal would probably be running away with the game if they hadn't attacked. All right, yeah, in here, this city could actually fall because there's only one longbow still alive. The knight doesn't get defensive bonuses, and there's a fresh cuirassier up here. Oh, Mao does get to move first, I forgot. And Gilgamesh is going to be the first to get rifling. Now, whether he chooses to do anything with that is another question. But he is the first one to get to rifling. Wait, where was that? Novgorod? Oh, that was a core city of Peter. Uh-oh. This ain't looking so good for Peter. Is Portugal just going to win a straight 2v1? Like, or 1v2? Like, if Portugal runs over both France and, or it's not France, both Russia and the other China, Mao's China, then J-Man could be a total runaway if that's the case. Yeah, Peter lost one of his core cities. They're just behind in tech, and like that's one of the real reasons why. But yeah, Portugal apparently fighting 1v2 and not being bothered at all. Plains Cal start rises. The mooing dawn. Well, he's doing something right in this game. Gilgamesh has picked up rifling, so he's got that going for him. But I think that Joao's heading there too. Nope, just printing press. Still, Cuirassiers do seem to have been difference makers in this game. Like once they showed up, the fights really started swinging back in Portugal's favor. So Chin is not going for rifling tech. So if he were to get shivved by Gilgamesh right now, he'd be in some trouble. Is Chin plotting? Good question. No, he is not. How about Gilgamesh? Those are the only two that are not fighting. Nope, neither of them are plotting war right now. This siege here has been going on for some time, but it just got ripped to shreds. That didn't work. Whoops. Yep, the Cuirassiers were just like, please. So I would expect that if there was another attack that would come here against this city. I've had trouble finding Portugal's stacks throughout this war. Because they've been successful. Oh, here they are. Oh, 40 units attacking Moscow. Well, that looks like a problem. That looks like it might be a problem. "40 units outside Moscow." Meanwhile, over here, what's Gilgamesh building? He's still on mostly peaceful stuff. And the Statue of Liberty. And Chin is building research, so I guess he's not that interested in going to war anytime soon. But Moscow's in a lot of trouble here. Although it looks like it is only one siege unit attacking, because it is only doing like 3% damage to the percentages. Who's getting Statue of Liberty? Good question. I think the favorite right now is Gilgamesh, because he's building the Statue of Liberty. I don't know if anyone else is actually building it. I don't see anyone else building it. So I'm going to assume that Gilgamesh is the favorite, given that he'll get it in 19 turns. Portugal, though, is maybe going to get a much better wonder, which would be all of Russia and China's territory. That would be a better wonder. I wonder if he would ever swap out of his religion, because that religion is part of the reason why he's on such good terms with everybody. Although now he's on bad terms with these two. Like the +4 for shared faith. Also a mutual military struggle. When was he in a mutual military struggle with Qin? Oh wait, against that's right, they were on the same side against Wang Khan earlier in the game. That's right, I forgot about that. Yeah, Gilgamesh still building minority religion stuff, which does suggest that he's maybe still on the cultural game plan. Because like he's not building units. I mean, he's building a few, but not mostly. It's mostly on yeah, cultural stuff. What are his top? Okay, Uruk, Eridu, Cahokia. Wait, Cahokia is one of his tops. Oh, it's because he culture bombed that. Something like this is at 127 per turn. I mean, we'll see if he turns the slider on. He's still a good ways away from cultural. This would not be like a turn 250 cultural victory or something like that. He's still got a ways to go. But this attack on Moscow is probably the most significant. Peter does have Cuirassiers, but doesn't seem to have enough to defend this. Also, J-Man looks like he's about to get rifling because he's on replaceable parts. Yep, he's about to get rifling, and He might just run over both of these AIs because if they're not willing to sign peace with him, and he has cavalry against longbows, I mean, we know how that goes. It's not pretty for those who have the longbows. Meanwhile, Gilgamesh and Chin are just off doing their thing. Yeah, that's probably spells doom for Peter. The fact that he just lost his capital. And that was before J-Man picked up rifling tech, too. I think that pretty much seals the outcome of that war. If Peter couldn't protect his own capital and Novgorod just to the north of it, I doubt he can do anything else. Oh, Gilgamesh is. Well, that's because Gilgamesh got rifling tech. I was like, wow, why did his power go up so much? Is he plotting war? But no, he got rifling tech. And that's always a biggie. Of course, Chin's about to get rifling tech too. Should probably check in on them just to see if they're plotting war. Nope. And nope. Neither one of them is plotting war. They just seem content. Oh, Chin finished the Statue of Liberty. Where was he even building it? I didn't even know he was building the thing. I must have missed that. So that's one wonder that Gilgamesh is not going to get his hands on. Oh, made peace? Well, that was a silly decision. He had him totally on the run. There's no need to make peace there. Had that guy on the ropes. Well, Mao, you are in some danger right now. Chuckles, I'm in danger. He did not get back Moscow, which means his stack is now trapped in Moscow. All these units can't get out because they're not going to sign open borders. He got cities in the deal? Which city did he get? Oh, he got the one that was up here. He got this city, Wonsan. That's the one he got. Yeah, he got the last isolated Russian city. So this pretty much means Peter's like an irrelevant power now. He lost too much in that war. Yeah, J-Man got peace from Peter, but that means that Mao is now very exposed. Uh, how many units are stuck? I was trying to get a count for how many were stuck in there, but I couldn't get the number in a list. It looks like it's around 40 to 50 units, something like that. I mean, that's a lot of units, but could be a lot worse, certainly. Chin's on steam power at the moment. Jeez. Okay. Seems like he has a slight lead in tech, but Gilgamesh seems like he has the lead in culture if he heads in that direction. It's like he could turn on the slider and probably win in less than 100 turns at this point. Well, we'll see if he decides to head in that direction. Gilgamesh just flipped civics to something. Uni suffrage, what? Oh, free speech. Yeah, he might be going the culture route. He just went to free speech. And state property. Okay, wow. That is a four-way swap. It's a big swap. Okay. So where, if anywhere... Oh, the city's down to just 8%. This city might actually fall, even though it's knights against rifles. Yeah, wow. Mao, being a pest in this game, a real pain in the butt. By the way, that was a two-turn anarchy for Gilgamesh because he flipped 4 civics at once. Two-turn anarchy. What is this, Civ4? Oh yeah, that's right. If you're still in hereditary rule, we can see. Well, apparently not while he's... he is still in hereditary rule, but we can't see while he's in anarchy, apparently. Also, money being spent to upgrade those units, apparently. Gilgamesh. Alright, running gold, not running culture. I thought for a second. But yeah, he's cut this down to 112 turns, and he's not running the slider, so I think he's got decent odds to go for the cultural path. It does not appear that the game's going to go to domination, I'll say that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it seems less likely. By the way, has anyone signed a defensive pact? No. No one signed a defensive pact. There's a lot of... By the way, look at this. Chin is friendly with everyone other than Gilgamesh. Peter is friendly with these two, his religious compatriots. Just not plotting war. Not plotting war. Okay. Yeah, been a little bit more peaceful than expected over there. Sorry, I had a new text message. I'll get back to that a little bit later. Does have the capacity to go nuclear later on too. It's true, but I mean, these guys just seem content to. Gilgamesh is like, I'm content to build, and Chin's like, I'm content to build. Meanwhile, Portugal is like slowly running over the rest of the continent, except losing an occasional city here and there. Now that he has rifling, though, Mao is really up against it. Mao was mostly being avoiding aggression because Peter was kind of shaking it on the chin, but I don't think that's going to last much longer. Let's see how long it takes before Braga gets recaptured. Has been interesting how close it's been in score. These three have been really close for a long time on the scoreboard, which is very impressive for Joao, considering he was in a 1v2 for ages. Gosh, on electricity, jeez. Maybe he just wants to go win via spaceship. As far as the power, if anyone's curious, yeah, Portugal definitely is way higher than these other, ahead in tech and ahead in power. I'm just trying to see if I can find where Portugal's main stack is. Well, we know where the main stack is. It's trapped in Moscow. That's probably the only reason this war is. Oh, so he's got 49 units in Moscow. That's probably the main reason why this war isn't over, is because there's like 50 calves in Moscow that are trapped in there and can't move as long as Peter's at peace, because he's not going to sign open borders with the guy who just cut out his capital. Yeah, electricity. So J-Man just went into anarchy again for uni suffrage. Okay. Chin is apparently upgrading, mass upgrading his units for something. And he went free speech as well. Emancipation is also popular in this universe. I'm pretty shocked that this city up here, Braga, has not been recaptured yet. I kind of thought Mao would just get run over immediately, but it's got to be all those cabs that were down there stuck in Moscow ended up being pretty important. You know, it's actually probably better for Mao that Peter signed peace, because otherwise all these units that are stuck down here in Moscow would. Oh wait, where did they go? Did he sign open borders? Wow, Peter did sign open borders. I can't believe it. He actually signed open borders with him. I was going to say, otherwise these units that were trapped down here would have just kept capturing cities. Now they've finally been freed up. Here they are. Here's the stack. Okay, now we have a stack to follow. Let's see where this one's going. By the way, Chin has narrowly taken the score spot back there, although I don't know how long he'll be able to hold it. Now where did the stack go? It was over here. Oh, it's in Kuman all of a sudden. Also, Chin's on assembly line, one of the very expensive techs. All right, where did the stack? He finished another shrine. Where did that stack go? Here it is. It's on this tile now. At some point soon, though, it's going to have to be. I mean, Mao can't keep surviving by miracles for this much longer. Sooner or later, against someone who's so much stronger, you would think it's not likely to go well. All right, it's Braga looks, yeah, there. Braga just got run over by that stack. I mean, it's rifles and calves against knights. I mean, and longbows. It's very one-sided in terms of tech. We didn't see the pop-up because apparently I hadn't refreshed the map recently in order to get that. So anyway, here's the stack is up here, 44 units. I suppose we should just check in with these guys to see if they're. Oh, Gilgamesh is plotting. Back to plotting. Chin is not plotting currently. All right, so Gilgamesh, who could he be going after? Not Mao, but it could be anyone else. I mean, by far the most likely target would be Chin, but that's not likely to be an easy war. We actually lost graphs on some of these guys. Because, like, in terms of power, they're very comparable. As I said, I don't think that would be an easy conflict at all. And in fact, Qin actually has assembly line, whereas Gilgamesh does not have that. So Qin's actually ahead in terms of tech between the two of them. Yeah, Qin is here. Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is definitely behind, and he's also not getting assembly line in the immediate future. So some danger there for him. He might do better just to focus on his cultural stuff, especially because he's 115 turns away without running the slider. Feels like that might not be in his best interest, but it is the AI. Yeah, it would also be dumb if he was going across Qin as well. That would also be a very silly decision. If you're curious about their research rates, Gilgamesh is right now at 1,000 per turn, although he's upgrading stuff. Qin's at 1,300, who is also upgrading stuff. I feel like this shrine has been incredibly important in this game. That it's just been responsible for Qin's economy being kept alive the entire time. And then meanwhile, there's this guy. There's still this Portugal back here doing his thing. Mao should really be trying to get peace right now if he can. Oh, by the way, is Peter going to come back for another round? No, we're afraid of their military might. Peter's like, I'm not eager to come back again. This city should fall pretty soon, I would think. So I do think the game is still pretty open to who could win it. Like these top three, I think all have a legit chance. Oh man. So where was that? Oh, that was the northern city that Mao captured earlier. Qin being on industrialism, he's going to have tanks. That could be bad for Gilgamesh if he starts a conflict there. I don't think that would be wise. Qin still does not like him with the -5. He won't attack anyone else. Please, he's friendly with everyone else. So there, I mean, Gilgamesh has been looking good throughout the game, but there's real danger here if he gets pulled into an unprofitable war with Qin. He'd do well just to stay out of that fight. It's Poverty Point. That's the wrong city. That's not the one I wanted either. That's the one I wanted, the one that just finished this. 97 turns. And Qin finished the Pentagon too. Jeez. I mean, Qin doesn't seem to want a war. He's just pushing research right now. This is the city I'd been watching before. And now it looks like the collapse is starting in earnest for Mao. He doesn't even have rifles. Yeah, he's just starting to get run over. And so inevitably Portugal's going to start taking over the score lead as he gets more and more and more of these cities. It was like Portugal's strength has been delayed for a long time, but like now finally out of the 1v2, starting to run over these cities with the army now out of Moscow. It's not looking good for Mao and all the people who had him to be at least second place. I think I had the right read that Mao would be weak in this game, but I'm not sure about my predictions. I'm not confident at all that Gilgamesh is going to win from this position, and I wish that Gilgamesh and Qin, my top picks, weren't constantly at each other's throats in this game. If the game goes to space, then Qin is most likely to be the winner at this point. Gilgamesh could easily find himself in the wildcard game, despite being so strong in this one. If it's Qin to win, and then Joao takes over second because he's got the most points. Yeah, Gilgamesh could easily end up in the wildcard game, even though I think he's played really well in this game. What happened to the Eastern Mao City? It's still over there, still over there. So, but I think that Portugal's open borders with everyone, so he could easily get over there if need be. At the moment, though, we're just watching these calves ride all over the place and kill longbows left and right. Mao is finally on rifling, but it's going to take him 6 more turns to get there. Yeah, the score lead has been traded back and forth so many times. Normally I try to comment on it, but it's gone back and forth over and over and over again. So it's been not something I can talk about every turn. GMP, well, normally I don't look at score, but like look how close these are. All of these in score. GNP. None of these three have any economy at this point. Production, there's the golden age from Qin. Food, Portugal's taken the lead in the last turns. Power, Portugal. I mean, like, I would not generally start a war if the power is that close between me and someone else, but you never know. Gilgamesh still leading in culture. He has 3 cities over 10k now. And it looks like his capital is actually the one that's lagging, which is kind of weird. Well, if no one wins by any other way in 88 turns, he'll win by culture. So there's that. So the countdown is underway. Like, if it gets to like turn 330, the game will just end. Even if Gilgamesh doesn't do anything else. Probably slightly faster than that. Oh, where was that? Yangzhou? Oh, I was up here there in the north. I missed that one. Let's just keep the map refreshed. All right, there we go. Gilgamesh finished another shrine. And yeah, and now Mao's in like full collapse mode. He's just about done at this point. He only has in his core 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only has 5 cities left. It's not much. By the way, not many people really saying that Portugal would be so strong on this map. There were a couple people who predicted it in the comments, but not a lot. Not a lot. So kudos to those of you who recognized that Portugal had strength. I thought the starting position was good. I thought that he'd probably get dogpiled, though. I thought strongly about picking him first to die because I thought he might get dogpiled. It just didn't happen in this game. Instead, he made allies with the other leaders near him. I mean, you saw the dogpile come in, but it like came in way too late to be effective. We all know why he's so strong because he had the Plains cow. Is that it? Is it the Plains cow? Oh, now here's something interesting. Gilgamesh researching mass media. Ooh. Do we have any I mean, diplo possibilities are real in this game because of the way so many people like one another. Let's wait and see if anyone builds the UN first, though. I mean, Chin just got Christo. Very nice. Is he still, by the way, is he still plotting? All right, he canceled his plotting. Okay, he canceled the plotting war. So, yeah, that was probably a good decision because I don't think it would have gone well for him. Again, the smartest thing that he could do would be to just turn on research or turn on the culture slider. I bet he doesn't when he gets to plastics. We know the AI loves for some reason to get to plastics and then turn on the slider, but that's still a little ways away. He's gone for all the cultural stuff though, so I feel like he's probably heading in that direction. Is Peter still smart or is he plotting? No, I think he's too scared of J-Man. We're afraid of their military might. Yep. I think he's just too scared to start plotting war. But I mean, diplo possibilities are going to be real on this map because there's so many friendly relations. But as I said, let's wait and see if someone actually. Oh wait, Chin snuck out the Eiffel Tower. Wow, wasn't that like 2 turns away? Or no, 6 turns away. That would have been a big get for Mr. I'm going for culture, maybe. But he didn't get it. Anyway, yeah, this stack has 92 units in it. So goodbye Beijing as soon as that attack takes place. That was down here. So like that wasn't even a main stack. That was just like random units wandering around. The AI will designate some units to just like go around and harass, and like that's all that was. That's how weak the defenses were. That just like the harassing, basically the equivalent of like light cavalry, they were still able to capture anyway, as opposed to needing like the main army. So this is going to give J-Man pretty conclusively the score lead. Which means if he holds the score lead, he's locked into a top 2 finish. So there's a number of outcomes we could get where, as I said, Gilgamesh ends up in the wildcard game somehow. I'm still wondering if there's a way that this can go Gilgamesh 1, Chin 2. I don't think so. but I'm going to hold out hope that somehow it happens. It's getting hard to see an outcome where Joao is not either one or two, based on what we're seeing right now, as he continues slowly running his way over the rest of China. Well, Western China. I will say he is behind in tech in comparison to some of these others because he's been fighting endlessly. Although he's not that far behind in tech, but like Gilgamesh is ahead and Chin is especially ahead. Chin is going to win the space race if it goes to space. The other thing that's really helping them is Chin is friendly with everyone else in the game. Portugal and the fact that Chin and Joao are friendly on both sides means that neither one of them will ever attack each other, and that's a big help to both of them because they're like two of the three powers in this game, and they won't fight each other under any circumstances. So that's big. Now, if they get forced to free religion down the road, that could change. But for right now, they will not fight each other, and that's definitely helping them. Gilgamesh could definitely finish second. I mean, that's absolutely in play too. I'm a little surprised that Mao hasn't been rolled up faster than this. Gilgamesh's best hope is to go cultural. I don't think he wins unless he goes cultural. But there's a lot of reasoning to think that he will. All right, UN built. Gilgamesh and Joao are running. So Gilgamesh is the one who, okay. So Gilgamesh built the UN. This means Gilgamesh will always be nominated because he's the one who built it. So who votes for who in the UN? Let's look at this first. So Gilgamesh votes for himself. Mao votes for maybe he votes. Oh no, he doesn't like. He might vote for Gilgamesh just because he hates J-Man so much. That's a possibility. Portugal votes for himself. Peter votes for no one, and then Chin votes for Portugal though. So that could be significant. Like if Portugal plus Chin's China, is that enough to get over the top? I don't know if it is. Gilgamesh has 25% of world pop. Peter has 12%. Between the two of them, that's probably enough to block it. But J-Man could win Diplo. Yeah, he could win diplomatically. It's possible. And by the way, Chin is only below Gilgamesh by like 40 points on the scoreboard. Yeah, here we go. So did we predict it correctly? Peter voting for Gilgamesh is about the only thing that's surprising. So 515 out of 871. I don't think that's enough, though. I think that's short of what's needed. Hold on, calculator. No, not clock, calculator. 515 out of 871. Yeah, that's only 59%. That's not enough. Dr. Worklam had it in the chat. So I think that's short of what's needed. Now, here's what would be funny is what if there's like a stop the war resolution here? By the way, look at this. Chin has surpassed Gilgamesh in score. It's very close between them. They're passing it back and forth every time one of them discovers a new tech. Portugal's opened up a bit of a lead now in first place, which is likely to grow because all this territory is going to start growing and producing more points. But it's close. It's close. Two of these three are going to make it, but only two of the three can make it. Now, did Gilgamesh just turn on the slider or did he revolt? Which of the two is it? Oh, he's going for it. He's making his move, you guys. He's going for it. 29 turns. Oh, wait. Is he down to just 29 turns left? It's Uruk, Eridu, So 52 turns. Okay, this is the slow one. I believe. Yeah, Eridu. Where's Eridu? Here it is. Yeah, that's the slow one is So 52 turns, he can probably get that down somewhat. So he's looking at about turn 320 roughly. Oh yeah, Mao did just gift away this city. Whoops, that was a mistake. So Gilgamesh is going for it. Now, can he stay out of wars for the next 50 turns? That is the question. So here's how people feel about it. A lot of pleased, but we're pretty sure. Well, Mao's going to be dead. He's irrelevant. I don't think J-Man can declare war at pleased. Peter can, I believe, and Chin's cautious, so it doesn't matter. It's really, will Chin come after him? Is he going to have to make some desperate defense against Chin? Well, I guess we'll see. But the countdown has begun. He's going for it, you guys. Poor Mao. Countdown's underway. Chin seems to be pretty focused on the spaceship, though, from what I can see. Cannot build nuclear weapons. That'll be interesting. That would probably be good. If you're going for culture, you probably want something like that. Oh, yeah, that city got captured. All right, so Mao is down to his final city since he gifted away. Succeeds. All right, they got the nuclear non-proliferation treaty to pass. Gilgamesh votes no, amazingly. Even though having nukes banned is, of course, very good for him since he's going for a cultural victory. Now he does not have assembly line, so if he actually does get attacked by Chin, he's probably going to get knocked out. Yeah, he probably gets. I mean, he probably gets roughed up and at least goes to the wildcard game. So if Chin decides to come after him, it's really going to be one of the questions of this game, and he has enough on his hands right now. So this game's about to get very interesting. Can Chin get over here to and capture this before it goes cultural? I'd say the odds are good that he can because he's got tanks. We know that. So is this going to be yet another game where the pool one leader has something weird happen? I guess we'll find out. Only one possible target. There's only one possible target. He's friendly with everyone else. Gilgamesh is the only one that he's not friendly with. Meanwhile, Peter is still in this game, but Mao is not. He's done for. So that's it for Mao. Just let the screen get the screenshot here. All right, so turn 275. He was just not in a good position in terms of the map. His starting position did him no favors. It was just not a good start for him. That said, he probably will backdoor some second place finishes in at least some of these games, but the diplomacy didn't go his way either. Okay, let's get this set up then. All right, so next up is Mao, our pool 2 leader. So Mao is out. And he is out on turn 275. Game 4, turn 275. Okay. This is turn. All right, and the kill went to J-Man. All right. Meanwhile, and then for fantasy purposes, so Mao is out. Who had the bid on Mao? Myth. I'm sorry, Myth. This is not going great in the fantasy contest. I better hope that Kathy wins her game. And then it was J-Man who got the kill. Where is he? Can't remember whose team he's on. Oh, Myth got it. Okay, that's right. Well, you still got a point from J-Man. It looks like that could turn into a pretty good score. So all is not lost. All is not lost there. Once again, another fantasy team on fantasy team violence here. Yeah, still got the kill point. Okay. So now the focus shifts from the west back over to the east again, with Chin and Gilgamesh potentially clashing here. Yeah, nice round number indeed. So now field is condensed a bit. Oh, interesting. J-Man can still go to war with Peter. Interestingly enough, Peter is pleased with him, but you declared war on us means not super happy. Chin is pretty far ahead in tech by now because J-Man's been at war forever, like absolutely forever. And then Gilgamesh turned on the slider. So Chin has definitely got a decent lead here. He's all the way up to laser. Ooh, that means he's got the mobile artillery, which is very nasty. We got tanks and mobile artillery available. He also has flight for planes and he has bombers as well. Gilgamesh is kind of a full era behind in tech. He still does not have infantry, and he also doesn't have factories. So, yes, Moscow is still being held. It can't flip back because captured cities can't flip back to the one who captured them. So that can't go back to Russia. He could gift it back, but he won't. So yeah, the next thing we're just really watching is Chin going to declare this war because he, in theory, was plotting, and it sure looks like he just did. And then can Gilgamesh hold out long enough for his cultural victory to arrive? I would probably say no because tanks against rifles is pretty one-sided, but I mean we'll see. So in terms of power, let's get our graphs on here. So it's not that lopsided in terms of just the power graph, but the quality of the units on the side of Chin should be a lot better because he's got the tanks and he should have mobile artillery coming in soon too. All right, Gilgamesh, you're in some trouble, buddy. This was the danger of going after Chin, um, declaring war on him. Looks like that was probably a mistake. So free speech is approved by everybody. So this is the key city. This is the one that's got a hold. It's so he turned off the slider, went to 70% research. I think that's a smart decision because it was still a long way away before the cultural victory would arrive. It's a big stack up here too. Everybody goes free speech. So yeah, this is probably going to decide the game here. Is can Chin stop this cultural victory? Because if he signs peace, and then Gilgamesh just goes right back to culturing again, you know it's not going to be enough. He has to at least take has to take one of these three cultural cities. It's not enough just to like pillage around and take a border city or two. He's going to have to actually deal war damage here. Also, the UN. So there's the first city down. Will the UN pop up with one of those peacekeeping missions is also a possibility. So the three legendary cities are this one, and Uruk, and then the other one was Eridu up here was the other one. So those are the key cities, but like even a city like this is not that far off. Well, actually, it is pretty far off. Mobile artillery are going to be difficult to deal with. Gilgamesh is about to get assembly line to his credit, so he'll have factories at least. Well, he has to build the factories, but everything is cheap for the AI to build on Deity. Once the factories are in place, he'll have more production, but I don't know. I think he's in a lot of trouble here. Like that last city that got taken, that border city. Yeah, it's like I said, the graph on the chart does not look that bad, but I think it's actually a lot worse than it looks on there, just because like tanks are not going to die to rifles, and mobile artillery is just going to absolutely waste whatever it hits. Like there's another stack up here, mostly marine. Yeah, there's 40 units up here. This city's going to fall for sure. I think Gilgamesh is just dead here, or at the very least crippled. Like he went for it. He went for the cultural victory, but he didn't make it. Yeah, I think he's just dead here. All right, Diplo victory. Gilgamesh versus J-Man. Interesting. Gilgamesh. Well, actually, so if J-Man wins this, so wait, first of all, is there enough population between J-Man and Chin to put him over the top? Let's just see. So Gilgamesh has 25%. Peter has 13 or 11%. Gilgamesh has 21%. It's close. There might be enough votes to put them over the top. And I do think that Qin will vote for J-Man. They might have enough together to win this. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close, which would put Gilgamesh in the wild card game if true, if it happens. And it would make Joao first and Chin second, which I don't think is anything we were expecting. But it actually could be good for Gilgamesh because he'd at least go to the wild card game. What happens if they lose due to your abstention? Well, we abstain. We have one vote. They have to get over the top. If they lose by one vote, they didn't have enough. Good question. Where is the UN headquarters? That's a great question. Where is the United Nations? Because that could flip. If Chin captures the UN, then he would no longer be. He would then be nominated, and they'd split the vote. Where is the UN anyway? I don't think we can see it on. Can we see it on the top 5 wonders list? It just says Sumeria. Is it over here? Over here? I don't see it. I don't see it. That's a good question. I wish I knew which one of these cities it was. Maybe I can just spot it on the map. Zoomed in. Wait, is this it? That's it there, isn't it? Is it here in Uruk? I thought I saw it on the map there. Nope. I don't know. It could be in former Native American territory. Down here like in Cahokia or something. Yep, it is. It's in Cahokia. Good spot. You guys are right. It was in Cahokia. So that's where it is. All right, that's probably irrelevant for the time being. All right, well, let's see. I think this vote comes in on the inner turn. Let's see if this actually ends it or not. I mean, Uruk falling would also pretty much end any attempt at a cultural victory. Wow, this inner turn is... The suspense is killing me here. And that's it. That's a Diplo victory. It just popped up. J-Man just won a Diplo victory. No one scores any points. No one scores any points. We got trolled again. Trolled by Wang Khan didn't survive, but we all got trolled again. Oh my goodness. He actually cleared the sum he needed by a decent margin. 630. He only needed 587. So he voted for himself. Chin voted for him. Gilgamesh voted for himself. Peter voted for himself. But yeah, they had enough. They had 630 out of 9. I mean, that's like 65%, and something like that. What is the actual percentage that they got? 630 out of 947. Yeah, that's like, it's 66.5%, and they only needed about 62%. So they got over the top. Yeah. Diplo victory. Wow. It does happen sometimes. Crazy. What a result. All right, we'll get to the contest in a minute. Let's watch the replay here. Another great game. We continue to get trolled here. Super hard. Turn 284. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, wow. So what were some of the key things in this game? I think that a couple big things were Portugal had a really good land grab. That was part of it. The way the early war deck. Okay. So the thing that happened early on. So over here in the east, Gilgamesh 1v1 Sitting Bull kills him. Okay, that's like expected. That will probably happen in most games. The other thing that was really surprising is the dog pile against Wang Khan. That was big because not only did it mean that Portugal got more space, it also meant no early attacks on Portugal. And Joao was able to build up positive diplomatic modifiers with Peter and with Chin. So, like, I think that was really big because he just got no early attacks against him, which were very possible on this map, and shared religion. But and the other thing was the religion. The religion was huge in this game. Chin's religion spread to all of them. The entire 4 on the west side of the continent all have the same religion. That and then mutual military struggle means Portugal doesn't get attacked early. And by the time that the attacks start coming in, Chin gets pulled over here into conflict with Gilgamesh, right? So Chin cannot attack Joao because he's clashing over here with Gilgamesh. And when the wars did come, it was a 2v1, but they were weak enough that Portugal was able to win the 2v1. And like that was the big thing. So definitely a possibility that can happen. I don't think this is the most likely outcome by any means. I think Gilgamesh definitely wins the most. You saw how strong Gilgamesh was on this map. Gilgamesh was super strong, but he managed to miss on the top two due to, I think, the religious diplomacy hurt him a lot. The fact that he had his own religion, but no one followed that religion. I think that that was a big, big factor in this game. So some diplomacy not quite breaking in his favor, one really bad decision to attack Chin, and yeah, that was enough to swing it. So once again, our pool one leader does not take a top two finish. None of them have made top two finishes yet in this season, which is pretty wild. All right, and yeah, some of the final graphs here. Score was, I mean, you can see this game was very close, very, very close up until the final turns. GMP, Gilgamesh still probably had the best. Well, his culture made him, culture appears as GMP, so that's why he was so high up there. Production, that's a late golden age, I believe, for J-Man Food. Portugal really took over at the end of the game. Like those final turns, once he finished the conquest of China, was really starting to get out of control. That, yeah, you can see the shark fin there. Gilgamesh taking it on the chin, and then culture. Gilgamesh has all the culture, but yeah, that'll do it. All right.